How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. If you didn't know, last episode, we found a Kraken found us. And by us, I mean the party. And by the party, I mean our fantastic Robin. It's going to be a whole time. I'm very excited. Just right out the gate, that's what we're dealing with. I'll do more recap in a second. But first, some announcements. If you didn't know, these episodes are up on the YouTube. It's called Longshot. I think it's technically Longshot TTRPG, but Longshot works too. And we have fully edited episodes up on said YouTube of the 3 weekly streamed campaigns here. We are in our 6th season, which is bonkers and feels like an absolute milestone. Very excited to be getting into it. We have a Discord if you would like to join our community. We are as chaotic as we are wholesome. Also, as an aside, we have heckin' bingo. We have Terraform bingo, and I'm really excited every time to see how people get like hyped about it and get excited when they win. So hopefully someone wins tonight. We'll see. The party is going into their very first full-blown combat of the campaign. We're in episode 3. But real quick, if you didn't know, Modern Artifice, a phenomenal patron of the Long Shot table, is our phenomenal sponsor, and is not only a awesome content creator, but Giuseppe has many hats, one of them being artisanal dice. Really dope dice, and you should absolutely check them out. If you do, use the code Longshot. It will give you a 10% discount and put a little cash in my pocket. And we're also cooking up some Longshot dice, which is we've made it, gang. That's the mountaintop for me. Do please go check out Modern Artifice. They also are currently making some dice with real wolf hair in it, in a effort to, I believe, raise awareness and or funds for saving the wolves, which is super cool. What else for announcements? I think that's everything for now. Let's do the recap. The party is on the bridge, capital B bridge, big ass bridge. It takes a full, I believe it was 18 seconds if you were to fall off the bridge to hit the bottom. And all along this bridge, there's like 13 keeps, these miniature fortified castles with mortar, can be found all throughout, leading to from the continent to the island city of Pardon. That is where we will be dropping in. The party, after forming, was quested, if you will, asked to investigate a missing people's problem that Lord Brainard was having on the bridge, the Lord of the Bridge, Lord Brainard. And after getting a bit of information and a couple of really ominous stuff kind of happening here and there, the party getting to know each other a little bit, quietly, without sound at all, this inky tentacle reached up along the side of the bridge and tries to grab a hold of Robin. We're going to see if that pans out, because if it does, it will vastly dictate how this fight goes. And I'm very excited. The party is level 6, and I want to say 2 weeks before we started, I was very emphatic. Well, I wasn't very emphatic. I said, once, make sure you have backup characters. So, with that kind of context, let's go to the party. Taylor, would you like to start us off?
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master for Heinefall. Check us out, heinefall.com. It's an immersive medieval experience. It's a lot of fun. Come try it out. I'm playing Robin Ashfall, who is currently being grabbed by a Kraken. And that's all I or her care about right now. I'll pass it off to Shane.
Hi everyone, my name's Whalley. You can find me everywhere at the Whalley. I play Sika, who is the bard of the College of the Road, who is currently watching his adult-sized friend be ripped by tentacle. So he was in a high because he managed to get a bag of holding at the end of last episode.
Oh, yeah.
And he was just having a great time, and it's like, oh god, responsibilities. Okay.
Very nice. Yeah. Which brings us to Ben.
Yeah.
Hello. Hi, my name is Ben Brennan. You can find me on the internet. I just filmed a comedy special that I'm hoping to have out in January. Ooh. And then I'm also working on a new TTRPG that I'm having people here around the world, and people you know are helping me. Also people you know. Do a thing that you don't know. Anyway, I'm playing Zito Barbarian. Zito is a Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian. He's interdimensional. Interdimensional.
If you would
like. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Is an interdimensional contract military guy, and he was here to fight. And he's still fighting. I just need to find someone to help me read a contract, and now there's screaming outside the window. So, will he ever get a full night's rest? Who's to say?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, gang. Sika, you were mid-sentence talking to Robin. It's the dead of night. It's quiet-ish for this cramped city layout that we have. And there are people kind of still in the tavern next to you, about 60 feet away from you on the other, on your, as you're looking to Robin, on your left is the keep that is under construction. And you watch, alarmed, with a rising shock, because at first it doesn't really register. You just see the kind of light reflecting off of the wet, tentacle that's from this Kraken that quickly just silently tries to grab a hold of Robin. Robin, right out the gate, you and I get to have a fun contested grapple check.
What do I roll for that?
You may roll acrobatics or athletics. I will roll athletics.
I'll roll acrobatics. 15.
Oh, I gotta check my modifier. Hang on.
Ooh.
I gotta check my modifier. This is a close thing. Okay, let's see. Meets it beats. I rolled a 13 plus 2. So what does it look like as you catch last second before this fight really kicks off? How do you escape this thing?
So I like to imagine that the banister that she's sitting on is one of those really pretty ones that's up, and it has like the little pretty bars in between sort of thing. And as she like feels it start to grab her, she leans following the motion, and she's small enough to quickly duck underneath the banister, slightly going over the edge and then coming back in and rolling and popping up on the other side, being like, what am I?
Okay. Sika, what do you do?
I clap.
Okay.
I'm just like,
you know what?
I expected to watch a child die. And so I was like, oh, okay. But then I started moving. And then
just staring down into the open ocean. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
And then I guess I'm going to move back with them and try to just for us to get further away from possible grabby areas.
Sure.
Hurrying around, checking my bag, checking the front and sides, seeing if anything else may be coming over while moving towards the keep.
Okay, yeah, you make a perception check. Anna, you can post the picture in the Discord. It's not a 1-to-1 because the Kraken is technically under the bridge, but you're gonna get the gist.
A perception check?
Yes.
Whoa.
14.
14?
Yeah.
Looking around, you see a couple of other people not able to say anything, wrapped around in tentacles, being lifted and just dropping out of sight as you look around under the bridge.
Okay, bye. We're leaving. We're going. We'll just hold my hand. Let's go.
We have to help.
There's no helping the ones that are already gone. Goodbye.
I understand now why you would have just been like, well, Robin's dead. That sucks. Zito.
Robin's yelling, get away from that gen!
Okay, yeah. You want to raise an alarm?
I want to raise an alarm.
I will scream too.
Okay.
Get away from the edges or you die. Fire! Fire!
Okay, Zito. Fired! Eyes wide open. and then you hear the additional cries of alarm from Robin. And you're in bed. Your armor's not. Oh, you don't have armor. You're a barbarian. That's handy. And just in the immediate moment, you like look down because you look and survey the room around you through the tight bars of the window in this inn you're staying in. You're on like the 3rd floor. Squeezed through the bars is a tentacle that is on the ground and has wrapped around somebody who is sleeping and now thrashing and slowly squeezing its way back towards the bars of the window. Everybody would... Oh, go ahead. Oh, you're muted, buddy.
Bingo.
Check your bingo bar, yeah.
This tentacle is much larger than like an octopus tentacle.
Yes, it's quite large. And now that it's a good thing you pointed that out. The party would notice this over time. Zito, you notice this immediately. This thing has way too many barbs around and in its suction cups to be an animal. This is a monster. This is clearly a monster. And even as it's moving through, you can see along the tentacle 2 eyelids part, and you see an eye, inky and black, just kind of shifting around in the reflected light coming through, the crack in under the door or whatever have you.
Okay. Secondary thought then. Is this something where I could pretty easily go, that's probably what was on the other side of that eyeball I saw?
Yeah. It's likely. It's not the same kind of eye. You saw what would have been more like a squid eye. This is just a black. So maybe not actually, now that I've said it out loud. But something this big and something else that big often does not coexist in the same waters easily.
Right. Okay.
That's very true.
Cool. In that case, my brain goes, that's trying to steal people. I was given the mission to find the thing that was stealing people. I found the thing that is stealing people. And now I'm going to be a problem.
Your sense of alarm is overwashed with a sense of, I did it! A sense of accomplishment, a mission well done.
It's duty.
Yeah. All right.
Immediate second rage.
Second rage?
Yeah. This thing is that's my quarry.
And do you sacrifice any hit die to get to the second state of your rage right out the gate?
I sacrifice 2 of my 6 total hit dice.
If you didn't know, chat, Ben here has been, and a lot of us have been helping him make these homebrew subclasses that revolve around your hit die, which is what determines your health pool, as a resource for various abilities. And I have allowed him to play his Path of the Knuckle Sandwich Barbarian in Terraform. So you go to your second rage. Let's all roll initiative. Interesting.
Oh wait, it's so small.
18.
15.
I thought it was an 18. That's a 13. So
Okay.
14. It's so small.
18 for Taylor. 18 for Robin, rather.
It's so tiny.
Oh yeah, I need dice that are easier to read. Personally, I'm like, I'll be like, oh, they're so pretty, but I'll never use them because I can't tell what they're fucking saying.
I sacrificed a bit of legibility for capacity.
And then Zito. Party of 3. Robin, you're up first. You can see other tentacles slowly making their way up and along the sides of the bridge, and they were just kind of like sliding along the floor looking for movement. But now that there's been yells and alarms, they're retreating quickly.
Oh, okay. Are there any people nearby that I can see that are actively in grasps? Or
Yes, you can see 2 people immediately. One is holding onto the leg of another person who is grappled by the tentacle, by the Kraken, and is holding onto like a wagon that was nearby and trying to keep them from being yanked. Failing. It is clearly it's like got the leg like tucked and is slowly losing it, and now is just like holding onto the ankle.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So Robin is gonna look at Darko and she's gonna go, Darko, fetch! And like points to the people. Darko has 30 feet movement speed, so he'll make his way over there, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action, and I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say like, allow, go with the dog! And then once I get those two's attention, I'll have the bonus action for Darko to teleport them to about 15 feet away, out of the grasp, and then where they're like at a building that they can get inside.
Okay.
If that's nearby.
Darko takes the initiative order directly after you, runs forward, and you see this kind of fast burning streak as they reappear
Awesome.
by the wagons where Zito was standing earlier, or Sika, I believe it was. Sika was standing earlier.
And with that, dex saving throw from the tentacle, 14.
10.
Great. They take 9 fire damage.
Oops. All right, sounds good. Sorry, I didn't mean to blast with the music. My finger slipped.
Was the fire damage okay, or
yeah,
did it?
Yeah, it seems to take the full damage from the fire. Yep.
Great.
And you also
Robin
can see these little black eyes that are kind of along the tentacles in various seemingly random places.
Okay, cool. Robin is going to kind of run forward to wherever like a couple of tentacles are around, like the one that she just hit, and she's just gonna kind of like fan her hands as if she's directing the fire from the explosion that happened from Darko. And she is going to unknowingly cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So 3 rays of fire. It's 120 feet, so whatever they can get.
I believe you still rolled a hit. For each one? I believe each one.
Correct.
Got it.
3 separate ranged attacks.
2, 3 separate ranged attacks with a +6, a 16, a nat 20, and another 16.
Well, the nat 20 hits.
Great. The 16s don't?
They do not.
And how do we roll damage for nat 20s on here?
Double the damage die. So that includes sneak attack. If you were to get a sneak attack, you double the sneak attack damage die. Smites, for example, would be double smite die damage, etc.
Awesome. Cool. I don't think anyone else has engaged it. So no sneak attack on that one.
Sneak attack is gained by having advantage. Is there anything here that gives you advantage? Oh wait, no. Sneak attack with a spell is not applicable here. Sorry, never mind.
No, it has to be with one of my weapons. I was just using the fire that was around. 6.
Definitely, just using the fire that's
19.
around.
So that would be 19 damage.
It recoils, and you see from the inky black eyes, they seem to squint and peel away a bit from the bright light of the fire.
Okay.
Sika, were you saying something? Okay. Taylor, is it your turn?
Last thing, she's just gonna yell out, "It's afraid of the fire!" And then I'll be her turn.
Okay. Sika.
I'm still gonna try and make my way towards the keep. So in the process of doing this, I'm gonna cast bright sparks in a 60-foot radius towards there to help reveal anything in the shadows.
These sparkling embers move out and kind of naturally fall in between the crevices of each individual cobblestone, giving this really unique, kind of Disney-esque, Disney Park-esque appearance to the road before you as everything is brightly illuminated. And you hear from under the bridge,
Deep speech, I don't know it.
Is that giant?
no.
Sorry, I can't.
My Kraken was raised by giants. Actually, that'd be really cool.
Right? Oh my god.
Giants and they have a Kraken? I'm writing that down. I'm putting that somewhere. I don't know where.
Are
I'm
there
putting it
not
somewhere.
a race of ocean or water giants?
Not
Tritons?
Are Tritons big? I thought they were medium sized.
Oh, sorry, no.
Yeah,
I thought I
don't
read
think
somewhere
there
that
is.
it-
Not in like official D&D canon, if you will.
Oh, so I may have watched like read a homebrew thing then. Okay.
The point is there should be, and you're on to something.
Right?
Anything else you want to do on your turn?
So do I see anything? Am I safe?
Yes,
to
sorry.
get
So you
closer?
see multiple tentacles that are kind of now in between. Some are running away. Others are still managing to like find people and grab onto them and stuff like that. There is one tentacle kind of barring your path that is lifting itself up from the magical light that you just cast, and as it does, you see the strings of like the ichor, you know what I mean, like the brine of the ocean kind of lifting itself off of the pavement.
Okay. And how far away would that be from me?
20 feet.
20 feet? Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep my eye on that one, and
You still have your
and
movement speed.
yeah, I just don't want to get too close to that.
That's fair. It's blocking your path then.
Yes. Let me just double check to see if I can do this right. I'm going to use one of my bonus actions to use one of my weapon abilities to become semi-incorporeal.
Ooh. Paint me a word picture if you don't mind.
For sure. So Sika just reaches into one of his little pockets, and then as he does, it's almost like bubbles just like peered out of his the right side of his pocket and swelled up his arm.
Ooh.
And slowly he just, as if vapors caught in the wind and the songs of those alien tones took him away, and you just see like strands of him just like slowly starting to flare off and
Ooh.
to the side.
Kind of
with the
like
wind.
as you are deapparating. Have you ever seen sand on like a disc when you take like a bowstring and kind of play it along the disc and it forms a pattern? You dematerialize in a similar pattern as you kind of almost ripple out.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
And
Well,
then I
time for a
imagine-
legendary action. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Legendary action. Things are happening. And there's this stench there's this awful deep sea smell as that preludes the what's the word I'm looking for? The heat of the breath attack that the Kraken releases through the bridge. So all from around you, piping hot air begins seeping through the floor. I need everybody except Ben, who is muted, to make a dex save. Yeah, you're higher up, Ben. Next round, you will have to account for this. Dex saves all around.
22.
Oh my god. Okay. We're level 6.
I rolled a 17 plus 5.
Begrudging applause.
Sorry, just ready to see if I can do something with this. Cause that fucking sucks.
You're good. What'd you get, buddy?
I got an 8.
DC was 14.
But I can still do stuff. I think.
Unless you have a reaction, that would affect this.
It's because it's whenever I have to make a dex save.
Oh, perfect. What's up?
Yeah.
Next save.
So Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, interesting. Are you applying it to yourself? Are you giving it out? What's
to myself?
Okay.
She got a 22. Whatever.
I'm saying, are you using it now or giving it to be used later?
I'm using it now. It's whenever I can use it while as a thing because I have to do a dexterity save.
Cool.
So I am pulling out my knowledge of being very acrobatic, and I'm going to do one of my Bardic Inspirations so that I can roll to see what happens.
All right, yeah. So you rolled an 8. Now you roll your Bardic Inspo and tack it onto the 8.
So I had +1 with my dex, so that's a 9.
Okay. The DC is 14.
I cocked that roll.
It's possible.
14.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Oh, so close.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, buddy. Do you want the green or do you want the pale?
The pale.
The pale? Okay.
Yeah.
You take 16, technically fire damage. And so the Kraken will begin its turn. Did
I tie the Kraken on initiative?
It got a 14, you got a 13.
I got a 14. I rolled 13 on the die I had.
I don't
+1.
remember. I don't exactly remember what I got on the Kraken's initiative order, but it was higher than yours by 1. Listen.
No, this is just the face I would make no matter what. This is my I see you Kraken face.
The Kraken is going to start its turn, and the first thing it's going to do is many of the smaller tentacles is going to retreat down. And then one big one looms up into the air, and it has like a moment for everyone who can see it of like, oh, that's big. That's real big. And you see maybe a 60-foot tentacle rise up and just let itself fall onto the bridge. Let's see who will make the dex save. The dex save goes to the dex save goes to Zito. Zito, you're in your room. You haven't reacted yet. You've just figured things out, and then the whole room gets thumped hard, and you hear the cracking and breaking of multiple buildings, and the screams of the dead and dying.
The tentacle that was already in the room holding the other person
was not able to retreat because
that one's still in the room.
That one's still in the room.
Well,
as the ceiling cracks and breaks a bit, and you look up, and you need to make a dex save for falling rubble. But the building technically holds.
Okay. Rubble
For now.
as is something that I can see. So
Yep. You look up. See it?
Advantage.
Advantage.
Now it's still not great. Okay. 12.
12. You succeed in sidestepping as one of the support beams. It's like one end comes down first, and you manage to sidestep as it just breaks your bed, and you watch it and slide into the room under. That's the first thing it does. The second thing it does is it's going to well, you guys can kind of see what's happening, but what you register is many tentacles on one side of the bridge, the side that Robin was on, just kind of grabbing onto the bridge. Zito, that's gonna be your turn. Or that it is now your turn, I should say, rather.
Okay. Alright. Am I raging, or is that happening on this one?
You are at your second rage now. You did before we rolled for initiative.
Yeah. I just want to see if that was like...
Nope, you're good.
Where we're at with that. Okay, so there's one tentacle in my room, another one slapped down, and then just across the way.
Yeah, it slapped the bridge as a whole and is on the roof, but you can't see any of that. You just know that there was a thump.
You said on the other side, I can see a bunch of tentacles.
The people outside can see a bunch of tentacles.
I cannot.
Yeah, all you've got is the barred window, which is mostly full of the smaller tentacle.
Okay.
You hear people screaming now and running around.
I have 2 priorities. Priority number 1 is to make sure this Kraken cannot get away until I am ready to deal with it.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
It's still holding on to the other person, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The person's legs are now breaking as it is trying to pull it through the bars.
Yeah, I'm going to grab that tentacle.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull.
Okay, so that will be a contested grapple check. So you have to roll athletics, and I can roll athletics or acrobatics.
Yep. Just want to also put it out there that I'm a Goliath, and therefore I have powerful build. I can push and pull things.
Yep, but the grapple check is to see if you succeed in grabbing a hold of it. And gaining register on it. If you can pull that off, then that will come into play.
Okay, and I'm raging, so I have advantage on strength checks, which means that is a 22 athletics check.
22 certainly beats my 9.
Yeah, I'm grabbing on, and I'm walking. Sure. Oh, cocked. The die is so small, it's getting cocked on like a lip. Okay, it's a 9 on the die. I have a +6 to con save. Okay.
Damn.
15.
15. Okay, you succeed, but you feel the paralytic touch of one of the barbs, and your hand goes a little numb, but you can still use it, and you realize that the person, sorry, it's not a corpse yet, is no longer thrashing. And you start to figure out exactly why this thing has been so successful in what it's doing. You also note, the party would note as a whole, the camouflaging nature of this Kraken. Kind of like an octopus.
Got it. I hate it.
You take a hold.
Yeah, I'm pulling and I'm walking.
So you wrap it a few times, step back, kick the door open, and back into the hallway.
Yeah. And I have 3. I think you put me on the 4th floor last. I have 4 floors to pull this thing down as I make my way.
Okay, you start to take back steps. You're starting to get some resistance, but you are a Goliath, and you are on your second rage, and so you are moving back and gaining ground. I'll say you can move up to half your movement speed.
All right, that's 20 feet.
Oh my God. All right, yeah, you're in the hallway, and you can see some people like peeking out through the doors, like looking around and screaming.
Nobody touch the tentacle. Everyone take cover.
Okay, excellent.
And I can't do it because I'm in a hotel room right now, so I can't yell, but I also would yell, Captain Taylor, I found your culprit, and I'm screaming it.
Okay. I would be loud, but I am kind. Excellent. Okay.
I've only had a hotel call me to be quiet once, and I
Was it
don't
during
want it
D&D?
again. So, no, I was recording a podcast with some buddies, and we just got
That's funny.
a lot louder than I was expecting to get.
Okay. Excellent. So that brings us to the top of the round with Robin.
Wait. What's going on in front of me now after that some pulled back, some got smacked on? What's in my close proximity? First checking for anyone getting dragged to do a teleport.
Okay. You verbally command your dog to save another person who is being snatched, which does not affect your action economy. You just have to be like, do it again.
No, it does.
Oh, my apologies.
If they use fiery teleportation, Darko using that is my bonus action. That's why it's also able to be an attack that hurts the Kraken.
That makes a lot of good sense.
Yeah.
You get inspiration for being Integrous. And yeah, you do see another person being slowly dragged away.
Cool.
Okay,
Same
there's your
thing.
bonus action.
Darko run over, and I'll just grab onto the dog. It's okay. And they'll do a teleport. I need Dex saving throw, DC 14.
That's a 1.
Nice, definitely getting a bit more.
It's a 1 with some pluses, but you get the idea.
Yeah. That one takes minimum damage of 4 fire damage from the little teleportation spark.
Okay.
Is that same tentacle semi near me? Like I can get to it as well. Would for my sneak attack, when it says you don't need advantage on an attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. Oh no, Darko just teleported, so he's
also
not within
Zito
5
is
feet of it.
technically within 5 feet of it.
Oh, sweet.
I will not be any more than 5 feet away from it at any point for the rest of this evening.
We will
Fair,
see.
cool. Then I'm gonna go up and I'm going to stab it with my rapier.
Okay.
As my attack action. So that's 18 on the dice plus 5. And then since Zito is close to it, I can use my sneak attack for 12 plus 2. So 14 piercing on one of the tentacles. Just right trying to get one of those freaking eyeballs.
Make a con save.
Okay. Oh, that was good. 19.
Okay, yeah. You managed to weave away from the barbs
Yeah.
without getting nicked, but you do watch as almost like a bear trap, when it gets stabbed, all of these barbs just move out and try to hit you in that area.
Good to know. Okay, got it.
All right.
She's gonna jump back and she's gonna give another command of just like ranged weapons. Use ranged weapon.
Excellent. Sika.
So as his turn starts, he starts corporalizing, but as he does, he like reaches some last bit of wind from his corporeal and grabs it and forms his bow.
Ooh.
And it is a glittering moon bow, just so people know. So it just looks like just luminous, glowing, and vines all through it. And he's aiming at the large tentacle that he has on in the first place.
Okay.
And so I'm just gonna roll to attack.
Roll to hit. What's your passive perception, Sika?
16.
16 to hit. Hits.
Oh no, I mean 16 is my passive perception.
My apologies. Okay.
Yes, but 18, so it hits.
That hits, yes.
Hey.
Wait,
Wait, why didn't my 2 16s hit?
I'm sorry?
When I did my 3 things of fire, I got a 16, a 20, and a 16, and you only let
I'm
me hit
so
with the
sorry,
nat
Shane.
20.
That does not hit. My apologies. My 18 looks like a 16.
Well, let Shane hit.
Oh,
Or
well, the
let-
AC is
or let
18.
me-
I'm sorry. My apologies. I didn't mean to actually miss that up. 18 is the AC. I am written
Oh,
it
no, it is
down
18.
appropriately now. It was
I
very
rolled a
messy and
14
chicken scratch.
before.
No, he rolled an 18.
I rolled an 18.
Then a hit. I'm
Okay,
so sorry.
yeah.
I'm all
The,
over
the,
the
Sorry.
si-
Did
the,
I say 16?
the 16 was your passive perception.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you. Thank you.
I'm just like, look, my brain likes to gas me sometimes. So, you know, it's just.
My handwriting likes to get in the way.
Okay, here we
Thank
go.
you, Taylor.
Oh, man.
Okay, so from my regular bolt of luminous light that hits you, it's a 6, and then you get a tertiary effect of an additional 1 radiant damage. So
Okay.
7.
It seems to take double damage from the radiant, so it takes 2. And you hear the recoil of pain from under the Kraken, under the bridge.
Cool. I yell out to anyone nearby, if you can. Can I recognize and say that the radiant damage is that different? Okay, I just want to communicate. Just be like, use your radiantness. And just
Okay.
Bard.
Be light!
Radiant.
Be radiant, shine upon the tentacles of hell.
There is a what initially sounds like a detonation. If a detonation was a tearing sound, as a bright light ejects from the castle that is under construction, and as that bright light kind of comes more into focus after you've recognized that it's there, it appears to be a massive brightly glowing golden halo surrounding horizontally a sky ship, as it jets out and begins banking around. And with a passive perception for anyone of 15 or higher, because the ship is well lit, you can see you're inside, Ben, sorry. You can see Lord Braylor at the head, at the wheel, bringing it around. You can see these eldritch cannons gearing into place, but they've got to come back around. So we'll get to that in a second. For now, Zito, the heat up into the air around you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Is this something that I can see?
Nope.
Well, that's not fun. I'm not even gonna use the. That's better. Oh,
Oh.
that's a nat 20
Hey, yo. Okay.
for a
Hey.
total of 21.
You manage to take no damage as you hold your breath, and that's the true painful part of this breath attack is the heat in the lungs. Okay. Kraken starts.
It was
his
right
turn.
after I screamed,
Can
so
you
I had to
tell-
like then.
Are you telling me I could have held my breath?
If you had succeeded in it, yeah, in your con save.
hurt me.
The Kraken, Zito, you hear a brief muffled scream as another door in this hallway opens, and another tentacle hits the wall and jolts towards you. And so you've got a tentacle, and you look, and another tentacle's coming for you. It's gonna roll to hit you.
Good.
That is a 19 plus. I believe I hit with a 20.
Oh, that hits.
Okay. Bludgeon.
It's the getting away part you should be
I'm
concerned with.
much higher. It's a 28 to hit. God damn.
Whoa.
3d10 plus 5. That's some low rolls. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is 11 plus 5, 16 bludgeoning damage. And
take
it is
8.
going to attempt to grapple you.
I take 8.
Oh, perfect.
Contested grapple check. You can use athletics or acrobatics, and I will use athletics. 17. 14 plus 3.
I got a 12 in the die, so 21.
Okay. It does not manage to grab a hold of your leg and like pull you off of your center of gravity.
Can I let it grapple me?
You can choose to fail a roll.
All right.
I'll also make a con save because it hit you.
+6, so that is 14.
14 fails.
Ooh.
Your movement speed drops to 0 as you feel a numbing sensation, your rage keeping you kind of focused in and dialed in, but you're aware of a toxin that is taking over your body. It's not great. And are you choosing to fail your grapple?
Probably not.
Probably not. Okay. Okay. Sika.
Yeah.
With the radiance. That real big tentacle is going to reach up and aim for you. You specifically. This 80-foot tentacle is like, nope. It's going to roll to hit. It's not great. Does an 11 hit you?
Yes.
Oh no. Oh god. Okay.
How?
My AC's 11. But like,
It'd be like that early.
you know what? You know what? Hellish Rebuke. Let's try this out.
Okay, well I gotta hit you first. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, my damage goes out first, I believe.
Yeah. Damage, then Hellish Rebuke.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
If you survive the damage.
That is 22 damage.
Even if I did Hellish Rebuke?
Does that reduce the damage incoming?
No.
I don't believe it does.
Hellish Rebuke is just a reaction attack that you can do.
You can give it back some damage in exchange.
Oh, sorry. I was saying the name wrong. Silvery Barbs. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, then I
That is
swing again.
different.
Then I swing again.
I'm so sorry.
You're totally fine.
I am. I'm all
And
wrong.
you smell nice.
I was like, Warlock, nice.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
It's a critical fail.
Yay.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm so mad.
yeah, just so you know, I would have been
wanted
dead.
to stub its tentacle.
You would have been dead.
I would have been dead. Yeah.
Well, you would have been down. And maybe
You
dead.
over damaged me.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, if I go to double, if I hit, I believe half your max HP negative to the negative, if you will, then you're dead.
Okay, so I would just be down then. Okay, I'd be close.
Yeah, you would be down. Okay, well, fuck. The tentacle is going to go up, and then is going to get clipped by this ship, as it doesn't act like a normal ship. It kind of like will glide in a direction and then blast in another direction, and then reorient itself and blast in another direction. And so it moves on past, and you watch as it goes, the side of it manages to hew like half of this massive tentacle, and it bends downwards, tearing more, making it miss horribly. Okay, Zito, you're holding your breath. There's a tentacle here. You've got another tentacle. You're in a hallway. It's a Tuesday. What do you do?
I want to grab the other tentacle.
Okay, you grab the other tentacle, roll a grapple.
28.
29.
Okay, well then I'll roll my advantage. What happens if we tie?
If you meet, you beat.
Okay, well now I have 2 tentacles.
You get a leg lock on one of the other ones. Like you got one of them rolled up and the other one like is wrapped around your leg, so you like grab your ankle and pincer it up and like keep it taut.
I want to tie them together.
Okay, you have successfully grappled both, so I will say, oh, thank you for the inspiration, I appreciate that. Former future frog gets it, and position 3 gets 11 HP. That's you, Shane. You get 11
cool.
HP from chat. Thanks, chat.
Thank you.
Oh, young Dr. Gay, welcome in. Okay, yeah, so you've got the 2 of them, and you like lock where one of the eyes is and manage to like bring your leg up and wrap it around the thing and then move your leg out and tie them together, and so that the eye like slowly is crushed within by its own barbs, and you've got it like twisted up, but you still have it pretty much wrapped around you as well. You've just got it. You can't really move, so you've got yourself like pressed up against one of the walls, you know what I mean? Because you don't have walking speed right now. You're just holding tight, and people are starting to just kind of like stare at you from their rooms in the various hallways and the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna start pulling.
Okay. Just start more. Add to the knot. Another loop. Loop.
Yeah, I'm not speaking out loud, but just in my head, it's just like, if I can't move to you, I will bring you to me.
Okay. Hail Hydrate, gang. Good lord. Is that your turn?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Robin.
I've never
Okay.
gone deep sea fishing like this before.
Similar start to her turn. Anyone nearby she can save?
No, not within immediate,
No?
not immediately around you. Oh,
I
true.
thought-
Shane,
I
Sicken's taking a
thought-
glancing blow.
I thought you meant similar start to my turn, as in I now also want to grapple a tentacle.
Actually, no, did not
Absolutely not.
Sika did not take a glancing blow because of the crit fail that he imposed.
Yep. Ha ha ha. Okay,
Fucking bards.
great. Then I am going to use my first attack, and I'm going to shoot at it with my short bow from a distance. I'm going
Okay.
to scoot back so that I have a nice, at minimum, 80-foot range from the tentacle that I'm shooting at, wherever it may be. If I can get the one near Sika, great. That's going to be a 14 plus 5 to hit, so 19.
19 hits.
Awesome. It's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 piercing damage from one shot.
Okay. Did you add your sneak attack?
I did.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I want to do for my bonus action. Can I, for my bonus action, the target of the attack, can you see the help actions in our attack picture? I can't see anybody else attacking the creature, can I? Has Sika attacked it at all?
Sika, yes, I believe has
Yes,
attacked
great.
it with the bow that was summoned.
Cool. Then for my bonus action, I would actually like to use the help action with my Master of Tactics.
Okay.
So when I use the help action, I'm going to aid an ally in attacking the creature. Target attack can be within 30 feet of you if it can see or hear you. And it can definitely...
Yep.
The Kraken can see or hear me. So for like the help action, I'm going to take I'm going to take the shiny rock rubble out of my pocket.
Okay.
And I'm just going to not to cause damage, just to do the distraction help, and I'm gonna chuck it, try and hit it right at one of the eyes.
Okay.
So I
Very
can see
good.
it.
Help action. I like it. Big brain. Okay. Excellent. This is where Lord Braylor is going to use his lair action.
About time. Where has he been?
Yeah, you don't get any of this context, you're in a hallway.
I'm in a hallway and I am I'm holding a Kraken.
You're playing Twister. With someone with anyway. Excellent. This resounding noise resonates. It's almost like a I have 14 temp HP. Thank you, Chad. This almost trumpet blast. Maybe more of an older like horn, like an actual ram horn goes off, and Robin and Sika, you watch as all of these wraith-like, almost like the ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings, but without the cloak, just kind of spectral, and they're dragonborn, and they have all of these mean-looking bone weapons. They look like they're from a time long ago before iron smithing, and they look up and they go. Begin yelling in some tongue that you're not aware of and go to work. Sika.
Hi.
What would you
So-
like to do with your turn?
Okay, I got a little confused by these things. So are those things like our friends? Like,
Yes, they were spectral
Okay.
guardians that have been summoned to bring order.
Cool. Okay, so I am going to attack the tentacle with my bow.
Okay.
Nat
you get-
20!
Oh my
Oh,
god,
nice.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay, so I rolled my damage dice twice. Is that right?
Yes.
Cool.
I need to stand. Oh, it doesn't want to mute. My apologies.
So
The
for my
noise of table going up.
regular bow, it's 11.
11 is not it.
No. Oh, I did a 20 to hit you.
My bad. But
Yeah.
Sitting
So
here doing
for
all the Dragonborn stuff on the side.
for the regular bow damage, it's 11. I'm doing the radiant damage now.
Excellent.
Stay in the pot. 8.
8 radiant damage doubled to 16.
So 27.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Nicely done.
bows actually exist in D&D, guys.
All right. The Kraken, having taken not an insignificant amount of damage, by this point is going to try to flee. And it is going to find that that's not so easy. Especially now that the city has been alerted and it is currently being woven into the inn known as the Lion's Share by Zito. Captain Taylor appears with guns in hand and starts looking around and is going to kind of and then charge into the Lion's Share pub. Zito. Captain Taylor puts his back up against the opposing wall, looks into the room where one of the tentacles is coming from, and is going to crack 2 shots into that room and go, "There's a defense system that cannot be used right now because of the nature of where the Kraken is at. How can we move it so that it is either on top of the bridge or back in the fucking water?" And then he kind of says that and then looks at you. Holy shit. And he's going to run over and start helping you.
Can I stop him before he touches it?
Sure. Paralytic
Paralytic agent. I'm just gonna yell like, paralytic agent on contact.
Okay. Yeah, he regardless will leap into the fire, if you will, and start helping you regardless. That begins your turn, Zeta. You have advantage via Captain Taylor helping you out.
I mean, my legs don't work good.
Okay.
And I've already started the reel them in process.
You gotta
so,
keep reeling them in. Make a strength check. At advantage.
Here's what I'll do actually.
Okay.
Is simply because this paralytic agent seems to want to take over my body, and I am fueled by rage. I'm gonna go to 4.
Is an interesting word, but sure.
I'm gonna jump to 4th rage.
Okay. How many hit die do you sacrifice?
So I have to give up 3 and then 4. Let me see.
After a certain amount, chat, he will start. His hit point max will start going down.
Yep. So I have to roll 3. 3d12. That's a 1.
Okay.
That's a 6. And that's a 7. So my max HP is decreased by 14.
We're already there. Okay. Oh, I'm excited.
I don't know how to. It's 89 minus 14 is 75. So I'll just type that in.
I could not do that math on the quick.
Okay. And now that I'm in 4th rage, I get more stuff. Also, more bad things happen to me, but we don't have to worry about those until those things happen to me.
Oh no.
That's a
My brain don't work
problem.
good.
That's a later.
My brain don't work too good right now.
That's a problem
Please
for
come back
older
later.
Zito. Older Zito is wiser. By experience.
All right. Athletics check or strength check?
Athletics at advantage.
12 and 15 plus 3 times my strength. So plus 9 is 24 plus my proficiency. So 27.
Okay. With the help of Captain Taylor, you can move if you would like as you begin reeling in more and more of this thing. And to Sika and Robin's perspective, there's some going on, but you start to see the mass of the Kraken being pulled up the side, and you see the massive teeth and mouth. And you now also would see the 2 massive, big, inky eyes with their little weird squiggly pupils.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if I can move, I'm trying to move down. Yeah. So just getting as much distance between myself and the windows where the tentacles are coming from and just yanking.
Cinematically, Taylor is moving you. Taylor, we're using Taylor's movement.
Oh, Captain
speed.
Taylor?
Yeah, Captain Taylor is my apologies. Captain Taylor is moving you, and you are reining in more of them.
He's got me by the hip, like rocking backwards. I'm just like,
oh, God. You hear under his breath, "Fuck you, Lord Brainard. Fuck you for doing this to me. Why am I here?" Excellent.
Yeah, 4th rage. I just let out a roar.
Okay.
Communication done.
That's where we're gonna go break for now. Enjoy this wonderful promo of Heinefall, which is coming up in November. November 6th, 4th?
6th.
This is 6th. I had it the first time. That Taylor and Tracy is running. So if you guys are interested, you should absolutely check it out. We'll be right back. There we go. We return. Oh, I'm sorry. And we're back.
And
Is
it's
how
that long.
I should call it.
We're back.
All right. So, Robin.
Yeah.
Shit's crazy. Shit went bonkers real fast. Things went crazy real fast. And you're looking around and you can see the sky ship making the round for another attack. And you can see and hear within the castle that is still under construction, various arcane mechanisms coming to life and various things kind of coming to bear. But you don't particularly see exactly what's going on. You just hear this kind of sound, kind of warming up.
Oh, okay.
As the Kraken looms over the side of the bridge.
Yeah, Kraken's coming up. Is there anybody around being dragged in or that needs...
In the immediate perusal, looks like everyone has successfully in these 12 seconds now aware and awake of the problem, actively avoiding and or fighting and or running.
Great. Is the only person on my team that I can see Sika?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to use my first attack my only attack as of now, to hit with my short bow. That's going to be dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh, let's go.
And that's going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 piercing damage from that first hit. And then my second attack, I'm going to use my bonus action for Darko to use Flame Seed. It's also a ranged weapon attack, so about 60 feet. So Darko's just a little bit ahead of me.
Okay.
And Darko gets a 16 plus 6 to hit.
Sorry, what's the total?
16 plus 6.
24
whatever
hits.
the total. Cool. And that's 4, 5, 6.
16 plus 6?
It's, regardless, it's hit. 7 fire damage. Darko just lets out a rah and a little like fire shoots out and just right on it. Yeah, it's not much, but it's something.
All right, I like it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have I'm probably just gonna move so that wherever that thing is happening, I'm gonna try to not be in front of that. If it's a area attack of any way, Robin's whooping up somewhere else.
Okay. All right, excellent. We have a legendary action now before we get to Sika's turn. I need everybody, and I mean everybody, to make a dex save as you watch as the body of the Kraken constricts and more of this, instead of hot air, it's brine. Boiling brine.
Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
I can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
23.
Gord.
23, let's go.
Oh, I don't think that's still gonna help. But...
18 plus 5.
Nice.
14.
14.
Oh, what do I have
Failure.
to do? Oh, higher than 14?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's no point in me wasting my stuff. I failed. I got 5. 6.
Alrighty.
Oh.
Taylor, you get to pick this time. Do you want the green, the red, or the pale?
Red.
All right, I haven't rolled this d10 yet. Look how pretty.
Oh. It's like one of my eyes.
Everyone who failed takes 9 fire damage. Everyone who succeeded takes 5. We round up in this house.
But I'm resistant. So what does that mean again?
That means half damage from the
4.
and you succeeded on your dex save, so that 5 goes
So
down
5.
to a 3.
3.
We round up.
Round up, right?
Mhm.
Fine with me.
I would like to activate the wraps of absorb elements.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Hey.
All right. You have. It's a little difficult. Tell me how you managed to activate these wraps as you are also wrapped yourself.
I think, honestly, they would probably have been a thing that, like, the Maid Breakers did for me.
Okay.
Once they realized that I don't like fire.
Okay. Or armor, for that matter.
Or armor. So they're just wraps that I always have, like, always wrapped around. They don't ever come off. And as soon as there's contact with fire or extreme heat, they just kind of start glowing and then extend all up my arms and like cover everything for just like for whatever that one like burst. And so just these wraps fully extend, like cover me, sort of like a mummy.
Mm-hmm. There's a and so you absorb elements. What does it look like in this case with boiling brine?
I guess in this case it would just be like washes over me, and then after it's gone, the wraps are like steaming.
Okay, yeah.
And as they recoil back down my body into my fist, they're like glowing red.
Cool. Well, like
so I failed. I would
there's
take
also like some sigildry stitched into the wraps.
for sure. I would take 9. I am weak, so I would take 18. I'm resistant now because of the wraps, so 9 fire damage.
You see out of the corner of your eye, Captain Taylor has also seen this breath attack coming, and has thrown himself on top of one of the patrons of the tavern. And you see as he gets up, his clothes are singed, but he doesn't appear damaged. He kind of shakes it off and returns to you to help. You guys, at this point, you guys are at the bottom of the stairs, and you're into that open area with the 2 floors, kind of like a wraparound deck, but on the inside for the second floor, and the first floor at the bottom with kind of that open area with the bar in the middle. And you can see people scrambling about. The halflings and the singular gnome have grabbed a bunch of tables and are making like a fort around the bar they're hunkering down in. And you see they got little knives. And one person, the gnome, however, has broken a bottle. It's just like, come on, fuckers!
Yes.
Good for him.
Excellent. Which brings us, I believe, to Sika.
Cool. So where can I see the big guy so far? Is he in front of me?
He is to the right of you, about 15 feet away. A little too close for comfort, as the
I'm gonna get to my max distance away.
Okay, yeah, you're like,
yeah, and head out. And then, okay. I was planning this. I hope it goes the way that my friend is saying it. If I mess up, you feel free to smack me. So I'm going to attack you with my bow.
Okay.
And so I'm going to roll the hit. There is now like I'm doing a chain effect aspect of this. This is why I want to make sure I'm doing it right.
Okay. Ben gets 16 temp HP from chat. Thank you, chat.
Thanks, gang.
You said 18's hit.
18 hits.
Cool. Wonderful.
Okay.
Okay, so he takes his bow, pulls out, he like reaches into the ether and pulls out a random arrow and slings it. But as he does, you'll see his tattoo start to just light up in red and gold colors going all over him as he pulls out another one of his College of the Road tricks for the one that he learned for combat lessons. So now his rolls are higher for archery.
Cool.
So it would be a dirty 20 hitting you now.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to know.
Yeah,
I
hell
just
yeah.
got to do. Yes, this lasts for 10 minutes now.
Wow. Okay. Damn.
And so doing so, you see this arrow when it flies. It also has a fun little, what looks to be an intangible fishing line attached to it that is connected into where his hand left is.
Okay.
As the arrow hits him, you're gonna see the bow and Sika burst into a giant shine of radiant light, lighting up everything 15 feet of him for only a split second. All right.
Okay. Okay.
So actually, I want to fix it because I thought it was 30, but I want to be at my 15 feet so that the Kraken can get hit with this.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Yeah. So, and then I'll move to my 30 afterwards. And so just so you know, for when I do that, you need to give me a Constitution save, please.
Come on, man.
4.
4.
Okay. Cool.
Get good.
So now so that means the Kraken must succeed a Constitution save or suffer disadvantages on attack rolls against me until my next turn, and you are blinded.
Hey.
Can I be blinded? Can I be blinded? Can I be blinded? I can be blinded. Okay. Great.
Cool.
It was really bright for a second and then nothing.
Cool. So I'm gonna roll.
Oh.
I'm gonna roll for damage now.
Searing deep sea cornas. Pupils.
Corneas?
Corneas? Okay. So in this time, it's just like a split second of the light and it goes away fast, but anyone who is nearby, so such as Robin or the Kraken or people by, would see him in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so you're taking just from the bow 8 damage.
Okay.
And for the radiant damage, you're taking 4. But you're gonna see that little fishing line tighten, and all the light that was in me that was shoots through that line and goes through the arrow, and you now take an additional 6 before you do your multiplication of radiant damage, because while I'm in radiant form, all my damage deals my level as damage at you in radiant damage.
God damn. So 12
Nice.
damage.
Yeah.
Good lord. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
Well
it
done.
was 4 plus the additional 6, so it was 10 of radiant, so double to 20 radiant damage.
Mhm. Yep.
So 27 damage, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
Total.
Okay. Cool. And then you back up.
Light them up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
As you do, you back up. You see this little dude, tiny little guy, come darting out from behind an alleyway, like under a cart or something like that. And you watch as he goes to make an acrobatics check with a 21, 18 plus 3, and he runs up along one of the tentacles up onto the body of the thing, and you hear shit, 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 shit. And you watch as he takes this long needle-like rapier and right into what I would call one of those eardrum hole things. Yeah, man, just a hit. Does 11 damage. Not bad, not bad, not bad, not bad. And then before he jumps off and back onto the bridge, and he's going to leap off the Kraken to the bridge and just face plant into the cobbles and sit there for a second before running again. But he doesn't get far enough because his movement speed was used up. So he's still out in the open. Which brings us to the Kraken, who is blind and now desperate to get away from this bridge, and is going to make a strength check, the almighty strength check, to start trying to pull itself down off of the bridge. And he's like rearing back as it's getting pulled onto the bridge by Zito through a building.
He did this to himself. I want him to know that.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get this strength check. Okay, thank you, dice. That is a 21 on the strength check. It manages to get its real big tentacle and like wrap it all the way around.
Would that not be against mine?
It's not trying to get away. It's not trying to break grapple.
Okay.
It's trying
All right.
to.
Do I see this?
Yes.
No retards.
Okay. It's an 11. I'm so mad.
Oh
mad.
no.
No, I wish it would have got that third tentacle up there, dog. I used 2 hands. I got a mouth.
Good God. Okay. It begins trying to pull itself away. And Zito, you have to put like one leg up against the door frame of one area and keep the other angle from the other area. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Take all that back. You have to put your foot up against the door frame of the stairs to keep yourself from being pulled back up the stairs. So, because you still don't have a movement speed, it looks like you're standing this way. As you're just
Absolutely.
got the reins of a tentacle. Fuck. And 11 is not nearly enough to dislodge a Goliath. Whose turn is it? Is it still my turn? Okay. Okay. God, okay. It is with the rest of its turn. Yeah, it's going to try to take a bite out of Robin.
Ah!
Does a 25 hit?
Yeah.
It's blind. Does it have disadvantage?
It does it. Thank you.
Oh.
Son of a bitch! Moonlight Sonata!
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
It would hit me, but you chose the wrong target.
Okay.
I got a couple things it could bite on.
Bald head of yours. Just munching on the top of your head. Yeah.
Like, here's a couple tentacles. I'll salt them for you. Want to take a little nibble?
Yeah, you know
Dinner time.
there's one guy on this bridge going dinner, and trying to chop off a limb.
Get him away!
The toxins makes a good delicacy.
It's the risk.
Charge
That's so
extra.
much fun. It's like when you eat fucking that one fish. What's it called?
Pufferfish.
Pufferfish. Yes,
Pufferfish.
it's like pufferfish. It's the risk. That's so fun. Anyway.
Look
I'm
prepared
gonna
wrong
try,
and you can
but
die.
All right. Well, it goes to take a chomp out of you, and it fails to do so. It is at this point. Boom! As this eldritch cannon, which is made
Oh.
for picking boats off miles away, has been brought all the way around now to the Kraken raising up, and basically point blanks
Oh my
a
God.
hole through this Kraken. Yes, it does succeed in hitting, and it's just and excuse me, I went too hard. And it's gonna take what is it? It's gonna take 3d20 damage, so it could be high, could be real low. 29 radiant damage,
Not bad.
doubled to
58.
58.
An
Thank you.
Eldritch cannon
Nice.
shooting radiant damage?
Yeah, an
Oh.
arcane cannon, eldritch
Oh,
arcane.
okay.
it's-
I was
yeah.
like, this is interesting.
Yeah.
I am interested.
Shit. A repurposed eldritch cannon. No. Philo's been busy. Philo's been real busy just fucking with stuff.
My old gun is made of light.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Captain Taylor, who is going to look to Zito and be like, "You've got this." And he's going to move to defend other members within the tavern from other bits of tentacles. But he's going to he's going to grab a hold of one tentacle and be like, "Here!" And he's gonna try to throw it at you to get a third tentacle into the mix because he's digging what you're doing. Oh no, he fails completely. Oh no, that's a 2. It is going to instead, he goes to like grab a hold of it and he goes, here's a third. Whoop! And he goes. The party would see one of the tentacles rear out and into the air with Captain Taylor holding onto it with a saber in hand. And he's going to, well, he uses action, so. All right. Zito, it is your turn.
Well, my legs don't work. And I've already pulled it this far.
Do you want to move your rage around anywhere?
If I go to 5th rage, I might die. So I'm gonna keep that there.
Yeesh.
Fuck it. I mean, I can't. I'm winding it as much as I can.
Yeah.
I guess.
You've got a pretty
I'll
good
roll.
snarl built up at this point. It's probably the size of
Bite
you.
it.
Yeah, I'll roll
bite
on the
it.
ground if I have to.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm just gonna let my captain go, and I'm just gonna take a bite.
Roll to hit. Roll to chomp.
Roll to chomp. Unarmed strike. 23 to hit.
23 hits. You take a big old bite. It's like biting into a fleshy pine cone because of the barbs.
A closed pine cone or open?
An open pine cone.
Okay.
Just honestly a good question. Zito, make a con save.
9 plus 15.
15.
I got a 14 last time.
Yeah, you barely made it.
Whoa.
9 is the number to beat on the die.
There you go. And with that, instead of becoming more paralyzed, you're so mad that you're getting to that kind of almost out of body experience where the limitations of something like not being able to have the sensory feeling of touch is not gonna fucking stop you. And you regain the use of your limbs and your movement speed and the like.
Yeah, well then I'm running after Captain Taylor with the tentacles. I'm not letting go of them.
Okay. You turn and you've got half your movement speed. So I would say you can get into the center of this tavern unless you want to take a side door, which would take you out into an alleyway, but not necessarily towards your captain.
Yeah, no, I'm going straight for the captain.
All right, you just start trucking through the middle of the room, dragging all of the tables
Captain
around with you.
Taylor! And I just see the tentacles just dragging the Kraken toward me.
You begin to hear, the party begins to hear strange, not screams of pain, but rumblings of pain from the Kraken. Okay.
It will approach screams of pain soon.
Robin.
What? Do I see Captain Taylor?
Yes, you do. He is about 30 feet up in the air.
Is he in tight grasp?
They're holding each other quite tightly.
I'm gonna go Darko fetch. And flying speed 30 feet. Darko goes right up there. And Robin's gonna yell, "Grab onto the dog! Don't worry, it's safe!"
You see Captain Taylor, hair now disheveled and kind of in his face, a brutal snarl across his mouth. And he's just, "Ah, come on! Ah!" as he turns and then hears you and grabs a hold of the pupper.
Boom! Bonus action, fiery teleportation. Teleports up to 15 feet, unoccupied space. Boop!
Okay.
Back down onto the ground, so he's safe. Kraken needs to make a dex save.
Dex save is 9 plus 3 up to 12.
Nope. You need 14. It's gonna be 5, 6, 7, 8 fire damage from Darko's teleportation.
Okay. Very nice.
Bit from that. And then I'm going to. Robin is going to use like her movement a bit to just start trying to get higher up, per se. So like trying to climb up so that she can see a bit more surveil of the grounds. So whatever roof's around, she tries to quickly climb up to.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Sure.
It's a little lower because this is something you've been doing all your life, and it's a pretty packed town.
Sure, dirty 20.
Oh my god, yeah. You know how in
Cool.
Super Mario you can like leap to one wall and then jump to the other and jump to the other and jump to the other and slowly make your way up? Pop, pop,
Yep.
pop, 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 pop. You're up to the top.
Cool. I'm making my way up, and then I'm gonna, once I get to the top, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna short bow.
Okay.
At the being 13 plus 5.
Okay.
18 to hit.
18 just hits.
Okay. With the sneak attack from the roof, because there are people also combating it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13 piercing damage from that arrow that unleashes
13?
from the roof. All right. Darko's down with Captain Taylor. Robin's up on the roof. That's
you
where.
do see Locke.
Oh, Locke is the little one that. Is Locke running away to safety or trying to get back and fight?
Not as of right now. It's not his turn yet. He's just kind of in the middle of the area post having done the stabby stab, and is in the process of running. But
okay. She's not gonna distract him. I don't want a trip and fall Kraken moment. So.
You hear next to you. Could you move aside, please?
Ah!
You turn, and there's a dragon that has landed and looks to you and goes, "Could you move aside, please?"
Okay.
Yeah, it is it's a massive white dragon. Maybe a young adult, but spoke to you. And as you look, there's no rider. You don't see it. You don't see any saddles or nothing. It's just here. It's maybe the size of a. It's maybe 15 feet long, and maybe from where it's standing, maybe 8 feet up to the top of its scales.
I don't have any more movement speed, so Robin just lays down.
You see the one side eye of the dragon look down and he goes, "Thank you kindly." And it's going to go, "Be gone." And you see it cast a spell. It is command.
Oh.
Okay, which the Kraken fails actually with a wisdom save. Oh no, with a wisdom save of 0.
About what mine are at. So
Wow.
And immediately the magic takes effect. Wrapping around, you can see this kind of wobbling air of the magic of the command. Having the effect on the Kraken and is going to begin even more fervently trying to escape. desperately even. Which is going to bring us to the Kraken, who, now that it has been commanded and already was more than super down with getting the fuck out. Did I miss you?
Yeah, it's a Kraken before or after me?
It's after you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Kraken.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do the same thing because it seemed to be fun. So I'm gonna move closer to the 15 feet range again, and then I'm going to do my roll to hit.
Okay. That's amazing. You just take a picture and put it in the Discord.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
I failed to hit.
Okay.
Okay, so in that,
Thank you, Annie.
I am going to make sure I can do this properly.
Ben, you look so proud of your doodle. It makes me happy.
I wish I had a pencil. I just have the pen. I could have sketched it a little bit before I did
I wish I was
but-
artistically inclined like you guys. My God. I can make music. Like I make music and stuff like that. I mean, like, sorry, specifically. I wish I could draw.
Okay.
I just know the science of it.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I am still going to do a quick flash of radiance.
Okay.
And I need a con save.
19. This Kraken is really good at like specific stuff and just dog water at the rest of it.
Hey, me too.
You have a sudden kinship with this Kraken.
Oh no!
Oh.
now you gotta fight the dragon.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
Let me work it.
I just need 2 points to blind.
It is blinded.
It
is already blinded from you earlier.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's fine then.
Okay.
Then yeah. So then nothing. Just
Okay.
Then we're all good. And then I'm going to move back to an additional little bit away.
Okay, you get to the edge, and you look down to the long drop behind you, but you are on the far side.
Oh no! I'm not trying to move like to the edge of the bridge. I'm trying to move down.
Okay,
away.
you go down into the alleyway with the carts.
Yeah, like trying to move down the thing. So it's like it's here. I'm trying to like move like that rather than like this.
You begin moving that way.
Yeah.
Fuck me, what's it called? Legendary action is going to take place now.
Okay.
Roll to see who I focus here.
I have a
Interesting.
dragon. Try me. It's not
It's
mine,
not.
but it's above me.
You watch as it. Oh. Okay, succeeds in grabbing Locke.
No!
And is going to fling him out into open ocean. Y'all are getting real confident.
Fling is my favorite move.
You hear as he goes out and disappears into the darkness of night. Which will bring us to, well, that's the end of its turn. It's going to try to shrug off the command. It's going to fail. And that's going to bring us to Zito.
And we keep on moving.
Okay, let's say you get out into the courtyard now. Just as Sika is passing you, the two of you watch a child, assumedly a child to your eyes, get grabbed and flung out into the darkness of the night over the ocean.
Oh no!
Ow.
Oh god, the snakes! Oh, they're so real! Oh god!
Again, I can't yell because I'm in a hotel room, but I would just,
You're out.
I would
into the
see
open
the,
now.
yeah, Ben is
Ben.
in the hotel room.
Right, thank you. I was like, it's an inn, but whatever. It's a tavern, but whatever.
Zito teleported to the
Um,
Marriott.
Zito is so polite, not even yelling, just politely knocking on doors. Excuse me, there's a Kraken in the hotel. You must evacuate now.
There's an
Has anyone
emergency, please.
seen
Single
any-
file line, like you're a kid in in the middle school doing the fire drills. Let's go.
We
Yes,
cannot
hello.
yell.
Excuse me. Has anyone seen any tentacle around? I have heard. And just holding two.
Do you,
And they look like these.
do you have a moment to talk
I
about
just
our
point-
Lord and Savior? Kraken?
I just point. There's a bunch over there.
I think seeing the boy going flying, and then remembering that Robin and dog Darko have helped with falling things before. That's the extent of my brain right now. I would just yell Robin as I'm trudging forward.
Okay.
Robin! Boy!
Boy. You do give a little bit of a refined Kratos. A little bit.
Oh, refined Kratos.
Yeah,
That is-
it's a suit and tie, you know?
absolutely.
Still gray,
Just-
covered in the ashes of your dead family, you know?
How far away is this Kraken from me now?
30 feet.
I'm almost there.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know yet,
Okay.
but I'm almost there.
Okay, is that your turn then?
Yeah.
Robin.
Robin laying down under this dragon, just goes, Darko, heal! Darko quickly will like come up, and Robin is going to just like boop Darko's nose and cast Longstrider.
Nice.
And she's gonna point to where Locke went, and she's gonna go far fetch.
And streaking into the sky. Tiny
Yeah.
little fireball.
Yeah, don't know how long that's gonna take, but
I say
Darko
tiny,
can
it's
go
like the size of you.
a little.
bigger.
Yeah, no, it's big
It's a big dog.
it's a big dog.
It's a big dog.
And now he go faster. So however many rounds that takes, I'll fight with Darko. Other than that, go for it.
Is there a distance Darko can get before he disappears?
It's not a familiar.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
No, it's specifically what it is a wildfire spirit.
Yes,
So
that's right.
it's a primal spirit bound to my soul.
So fucking metal.
Yeah. So he's going off doing that. That takes my action to cast the spell. Bonus action, I'm going to stay here because there's a dragon.
Fair.
So for my bonus action, I'm actually gonna do steady aim.
Okay.
So that gives me advantage on my next attack roll. And I can use this action since I haven't moved during the turn.
Cool.
So she's gonna stay laying, and she's gonna hunker down with her crossbow, and she's gonna get like,
little sight.
she's gonna focus on where the Kraken she can possibly hit it.
Okay.
She's gonna look up Dragon and be like, "All you, bud."
Oh, me.
Oh, yay! Oh my god!
Yeah, growing up in the city of Cairn, you would have seen dragons, but never up close. Never anything like this. This has a frightening presence that's choosing to make you not a part of.
It took everything in Robin's power to not be like when it was like when it yelled "be gone" for her to not be like, "Yes, it's okay."
You
Like,
ain't my
it's
bad. I thought it was 5-minute parking. I apologize.
Yeah.
Robin's up by a dragon going, I don't want to be here anymore. Zito's down like, I will drag you into the pits of hell with me if that's what it takes.
I will feed you to Darko. Okay. Is it your turn, Robin?
Mm-hmm.
Sika.
I'm gonna line up for another bow attack.
Okay.
I fail. And I am going to look to Barbara and give him a bit of Barbara inspiration. And
It's a pun that only works when you purposefully mispronounce my
Beautiful.
So,
Diana, thank you so much for the raid. We're fighting a Kraken on a big old bridge.
so for 10 minutes, you have a D8.
Okay.
What can I use it for?
Anything.
Bardicans
Anything?
go
Anything.
so hard. any roll, and it can be ability score. It can be to hit. It can be
And-
saving throws.
And it
check.
can be done after seeing your roll, so you don't have to use it initially.
Awesome.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Anything else with your turn?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay. The sky ship comes around, and instead of going in for a hit, it seems to go up last second, and the bottom of it drops out, and what looks to be a skiff, like a ship that a tiny little boat you would get into to like swim away to safety, piled up with something, has been released, and it boom hits, and then you watch as a detonation goes off. The Kraken takes, I can 23 fire damage. And again, this bridge does not care about the weight of a city on it, does not care about explosions. This is an insanely well built bridge with a lot of strange arcane stuff going on. It's at this time that the Kraken, now the front half of it kind of ripped and burned and destroyed. You can see into the Kraken a bit. Is going to now, well, it's got the command on it. Yeah, it's going to start tearing its own tentacles in its attempt to get away from the party. And in its efforts, the big 80-foot tentacle that it's got is going to disappear from sight, and it's going to make some more concerted efforts. Strength check against Zito. It is going to try to this time get ungrappled from you. Chat. Zito, Ben Brainard here, our resident Goliath barbarian, has grappled multiple tentacles whilst inside the inn that is on the bridge, and has been pulling it through the building so that it can't escape. And he's got this gnarl of tentacles on his person. It's going to try. Ooh! It might get away from you. That's a natural 20 on its athletics to get away from you.
For a total of
23.
Because I rolled an 11 on my die.
Okay.
I have a plus 12.
Silver Barbs!
Before I have a plus 12 to my athletics checks, so that is a 23.
Nice.
Okay.
Plus 12.
When
I
I'm
do
in
need the
fourth
silvery
stage
barbs
ring.
because it meets it beats.
Oh.
Uh,
Okay, well.
Silvery barbs come out. 19. And for silvery barbs, who do you want to give advantage to?
What?
When you cast silvery barbs, you can choose an ally to give advantage or
Oh.
inspiration or something.
Will
of the
and
matter.
could one of the people who aren't with us also receive it? Just so I know.
Yeah, you can give it to anyone, including yourself.
Anyone? I'm gonna give this one to Ben as well because I believe his turn's up next, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. So he has a bardic inspiration and advantage.
Man, I'm mad. It does not manage to get away, even as various tentacles
Stay
begin to
here.
tear free and like wibble and wobble around on the floor, thrashing about, causing even more problems. But the two that you've got are still attached, and that is going to start your turn, Zito.
Yeah, it's ripping off its own tentacles, so I'm just gonna yell at it. Let me help you with that. And I'm gonna also try to rip off its tentacles.
The two that you've got.
Nice.
Okay, make an athletics check.
I wish I read that for Silvery Barbs because I could have re-rolled my attack rolls.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh, you totally forgot.
Nah, it's okay.
It's okay. Past time. Learning opportunities.
Alright.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
bad roll, 19.
Okay. I would say with a 19, you manage to tear one of the tentacles free, which immediately begins to and it tries to like wrap around you mindlessly. Make a con save.
21.
21 as the various barbs begin to thrash out and latch on and scrape away at you. You manage to, with your 4th level rage, manage to stay present and stay uninhibited by the paralytic.
Awesome. Am I able to punch it? Like, can I, with holding onto the one that wouldn't rip off, obviously, can I get up there and use my other hand to start punching it?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
It's going to be like a point of damage.
Did the tentacle like break and rip? Is that what happened?
Tore.
Does it lose damage when it happens? Just general, just asking.
It does not.
Cool. Okay, cool. I
It
just
will-
didn't understand the mechanic. Yeah.
Kind of
It
like
might be a point
tail.
of damage
Cool.
for a normal person, but
My
path of the
arm!
knuckle
Don't
sandwich
worry.
barbarian.
I'm fine.
when he
It's
reaches
just a
3rd
freshman.
level rage, his fists become magic.
Oh, man.
Hey! That chef has a tentacle that can eat now. Yeah.
True.
Actually, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm so mad. This man has grabbed this Kraken has grabbed my captain.
Mhm.
He's thrown a boy off the edge. He has not allowed me to rip off his other tentacle.
Which, how dare?
How dare?
How dare? It's just rude. I'm not thinking about your feelings, clearly.
5th rage. Okay, 6. 10. Oh, that's okay. 22. 28. 30. My max HP drops by 30 more points.
Oh my god.
This is why I took the tough beat. Five.
In front of me? Like, oh my god.
Oh, no, but something's about to die in front of you.
Oh no.
Is it me?
Is it?
I'm right
Zito
beside
can-
you right now watching this horror thing happen. So...
Zito can no longer speak in anything other than grunts, by the way, and a bunch of other bad cognitive things, but
Uh-oh.
those aren't important right now,
Right now.
because the boy
Right
punch,
now.
and at 5th rage, he have 3 punch.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, sarcastic asshole. I see
beautiful.
you. Position 3 gets 4 HP. That's Shane. You get 4 HP.
Nice.
Thank
Say,
you.
I'm gonna
I
use
was
my
bleeding.
bardic inspiration on this first roll to hit.
Okay. AC is 18.
And that's an 8 from that.
You land a punch, but it just kind of squishes into the Kraken.
My punches right now do 2d8.
Well, you didn't meet
plus...
the AC. So what I'm saying is
no.
Oh.
It was an 8 from just the Bardic Inspiration die.
So what'd you get?
22.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that hits.
Yeah, I needed 4 more, so I just used the Bardic Inspiration. And then I'll roll the other 2 punches now as well. And then I have advantage from that. Oh, wow. 19 on a die, plus 6, 25 to hit on the second one.
25 hits.
And I'm just might as well roll recklessly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're already here.
You're
already
pretty
here.
much at that point, I would say, yeah.
Yeah. 18. 18 was
Meets it beats.
Ooh, thank God I rolled recklessly. I used the Bardic Inspiration on the first one, the Silvery Barb's advantage on the second one, and then Reckless Attack on the third one, because none of the first 3 rolls would have hit. Anyway, that is 2d8 plus...
Brady, this will be on the YouTube long shot. You can use the command YouTube to head over there and find 5 years of multiple campaigns weekly. So enjoy. Thank you so much for being interested. And thank you everybody for coming in who stayed from the raid. Appreciate y'all. You guys are wonderful. Welcome to Long Shot. We have 3 campaigns weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Woo!
2d8 plus 11 per hit.
So at minimum 33 damage.
7, so 18 magical bludgeoning on the first hit. 6, 10, 21 magical bludgeoning on the second hit.
Okay.
2, 5, plus 16 magical bludgeoning on the third hit.
Ben Brainard, how would you like to do this?
Yeah, so I'm pulling it out of the inn toward itself.
Yeah.
It starts ripping off its own tentacles. And I rip off one of it. Let me help you. I rip off one of the tentacles. And then it starts screaming. So I start screaming. And I just roar back into its face. Ah!
And its roar starts dying out as yours gets louder and louder.
With the fist still wrapped in the tentacle, I run up and I grab its beak and I pull it down and I just start punching it in its own eyeball with its own tentacle and just screaming into its face until it's fully stopped moving. And then I just keep punching it and I keep punching it and I keep punching it until it's just completely deflated.
Okay. Yeah, you keep going and going and going and going until you're vaguely aware that someone's pulling you off, and it's Captain Taylor.
There's probably like a full 30 seconds after it's clearly dead where I'm still just punching it.
There's a bit of a silence as people start kind of like looking up from their hiding spots, all kind of looking at each other, and then and immediately people start yelling and cheering and crying out. Everyone looks for salt, maybe some spices. As this, which is a little bit interrupted as this white dragon and everyone's like, fuck, shit, ass titties, fuck.
Can I grab onto the white dragon's leg as it tries to jump down?
Yeah, you can do that. You grab onto the leg and ride it down to the ground.
Whee!
And he goes, does the little like dog shake to get you off his leg.
I want to hold on.
Okay. It's not doing it like aggressively, just trying to get, and finally the long head kind of snakes around.
I just wanted to say thank you for all of your help.
You are most welcome. Where is the Lord of the Bridge? And that's where we're going to go to our second break. Chat will be right back. Enjoy this promo for Heinefall, which is coming up. Are there still tickets available, Taylor?
Yep. All tickets still available.
Excellent. We will see you all soon. Oops. There we go. And we're back. Oh God, Shane. So, a little bit of time passes. Actually, no, I'm sorry. We have some immediate stuff to take care of.
Yeah.
There's been a child thrown off a bridge.
Yeah, wait, does Darko say block?
Darko has not yet returned.
Okay. Robin is waiting until the dragon is very adequately distracted by doing something else. And then she's gonna do like a clumsy roll and tuck of like trying to get off of the leg and being like, oh my gosh, I tripped. And just like brush off a dragon scale. If it's easy, if the ruckus maybe dislodged one.
Let's see. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
As you tumble.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18.
Okay. You hear a turns to look back
Sorry.
at you. As you clearly as it clearly felt you accidentally pluck a scale as you tumble down to the ground clumsily. He's going
Ow.
to then go back to ignoring you. I almost said Thylo. Zito, what's this coming down from the rage look like?
It kind of feels like coming out of surgery.
Okay.
Where like the anesthesia is slowly wearing off, and it just kind of feels like your body isn't your body, and the world around doesn't even seem real yet, and it slowly just like comes into focus, and it takes you a second to really process like, okay, I'm in the hospital, I just had surgery, everything's fine. And that's kind of what it's like coming down from this rage, where it's just like very slowly I realize, okay, there's no fight left, but like still like the tunnel vision is still there, and that very slowly just kind of expands. All the words and stuff were like, it sounded like the parents from Charlie Brown from the and there's that high-pitched ringing there, and that slowly fades as the words start coming in. It just kind of feels like I'm moving through just really thick air, and my brain is catching up, and it probably takes like 15, 20, 30 seconds to come back down from fifth rage. And
eventually
I
coming
can
into
see
focus is Captain Taylor, who is kind of steadying you. He's just taking his hands off.
Captain, you're all right.
Yeah, of course. Well done.
Where's Robin? I'm gonna turn and look for Robin.
Robin looks very pleased with himself as people are moving all about.
I'll file that. Pleased with herself. Look away for later.
Deep Denial, welcome in. And of course, Fantasy Forge, thank you so much for coming in. I hope everybody's having a good evening.
Robin is making her way over to Zito.
Okay. Sika. In a very strange, something strange has happened.
Okay.
Your coin purse isn't on you.
Barbara.
You look to the barbarians, you know, and the three of you
I would like to
converge.
to note you've accused the barbarian after watching him beat a Kraken to death with his own tentacle.
A blinded one by Sika.
It's true. It's true.
The three of y'all kind of cluster around. There are some people who are, you know, still kind of freaking out and looking for their loved ones, but generally there's a bit almost a festive air of people very excited to not be having people go missing anymore. Taylor.
The tentacle that I'm assuming is still near Zito somewhere, at least one of the two that he ripped off. I would like to see if I can possibly like skin it. Okay. So I really liked the idea that like it was doing the camouflage thing like my cloak.
Right. Oh.
And I feel like there and like I'm gonna take like a couple other things because I met a little dwarf goblin recently that maybe would like some samples from this thing. So I'm going to gather what I can just in case I run into the little problem maker again.
Okay. Make a survival check as you begin skinning this still writhing detached tentacle.
Not seeing that dice. 7 plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. You discover something interesting as you are peeling back the skin of this tentacle. You start finding strange stitchings. These barbs have been surgically attached to this Kraken. These barbs that you came across that was giving you trouble. And other little things here and there that say that this thing has been modified in some way. And further evidence of that by its along the appendages, the black inky eyes are not the same eyes as the Kraken's eyes.
I definitely want an eyeball.
Okay, with a 13, I will say that you succeed in peeling the skin back, begin discovering this stuff, and while you're doing that, one of the eyeballs just kind of falls out of its socket into the onto the ground below, which is slowly starting to lose its radiance from Sika.
I'm gonna bottle everything up so that it's not like gooey or anything, and I'm gonna put it into that like satchel bag that I always have on me.
As you do, as you go to put it into the bag, the eye, you can barely see the pupil now that you've got it as a hole in your hand. It constricts.
Oh. I'm going to wrap it up in cloth and then put it in a jar and then put it in a bag.
Okay. The
second campaign in out of the past 3 where one of your players has put an eyeball in a bag for later.
It's standard practice.
Yeah.
At this point, yeah.
Hey, we got bingo. Let's go.
Putting eye in bag was on the bingo.
God, that'd be wild.
How often do we do it here?
Looks like chat was trying to figure out if you were flirting with the dragon, Taylor.
I mean, I did
they're
want
asking
something
specifically for bingo.
No, I was not flirting with the dragon. I just wanted a bit of its body. Wait.
Okay. So, wait. I just caught that. Oh, Jesus. We get Dragonborn somehow, right? Anyway, that's actually canon. It's disturbing, but it's actually not that bad because dragons can just change their shape. Any hoozle. The dragon, as Lord Braylor, the ship kind of comes up to the side of the bridge and docks. Jesus, Feff, listen, I'm sorry.
None of them watch the Discovery Channel.
A D&D Discovery Channel would be such a good crack at it for Long Shot. Fun fact.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Lord Braylor steps out and he's looking around, and the frosty dragon. My lord bids you welcome, Lord of the Bridge. I am to be bound to you. Lord Braylor looks a little surprised. I was not expecting this to happen for some time. I understand that your mother made certain exceptions. And you see kind of a far off look come over Lord Braylor. Of course. Well, thank you so much for coming to the aid in the nick of time. Is there aught else that Lady Thorn has dictated? We will speak in private. Of course. People of the bridge, thank you. Thank you for rallying. We are finally done with this plague that has been upon us. You all came together and you fought this thing back. We have always been strongest together. And I am proud to have you on my bridge. And there's a bit of a cheer that goes up. And he kind of like looks around like he doesn't really know what else to say. He's not very good at speeches, kind of a moment. And he goes, Captain Taylor, I expect you to get down to the bottom of who was imperative in this fight, that I might reward them. Have them come and see me. And he's going to turn and begin walking away.
I want a stealth follow. I want to eavesdrop on that private dragon conversation. 100%.
Okay, that's gonna be quite the task. So let's get a stealth check.
Everyone's cheering.
It's
I have
certainly
my
an ideal
special
time.
robe. It's an ideal time. Oh, that's not bad. 13 plus 8.
Okay.
21.
Wow. Okay. Excellent. You drop into shadow, and whilst keeping away from the various windowsills with the light and various torches that you can find all throughout the bridge. Oh God. You to your knowledge go unseen into the dark, slightly trailing behind the duo, the dragon and his rider.
Yes.
Sika and Zito, what are you guys up to?
I'm just feeling over myself at the moment, trying to see that. Where like looking around, see if maybe I just dropped the pouch of the coins, being the fact that it's gone. Can I do a quick just to see if there's anything around me?
Yeah, you make a perception check.
14.
You don't see the purse on the ground anywhere in any of the rubble. Looking about, you don't see any immediate shady characters that might have walked off with it. But it's been a bit of a prolonged fight.
Okay. Well, thankfully there was nothing inside of it, so I guess it's all good.
Thankfully, I was broke.
I'll get another one.
Excellent. Zito, what are you up to?
I'm going to take the time to just recenter myself, and then as soon as I have my wits about me again, my priority is the casualties and making sure that everybody is okay. So I'm going to stand up all 7.5 feet. I was in bed. I'm in like pajama pants that have been ripped, no shirt. I have bandages wrapped around my arms that are covered in like blood and guts. There's so many just barbs all over my body because I did not stop grabbing the thing. I have like bits of octopus, bits of Kraken just still in like my teeth. Just
chewy.
Blood, guts, barbs, Kraken, bile. And I'm just gonna walk up to just the nearest like medic and go, "How can I help?"
The cleric goes, "Well, for starter, I'm my god. Hello. Hold this, and you're gonna help set some bones. Make a medicine check at advantage."
Do I have that? I have a +2 to medicine. Thank God you gave me advantage because that was a friggin' 1. Well, that's an 8, which is a much better. So 10.
10. Okay. Not your best work, but you do set the bone.
Okay, cool. I was worried this was going to be a Lenny holding the rabbit situation.
I would happily say that went right over my head.
It is from the Book of Mice and Men, and
never
Lenny...
mind. Got it. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Never put that in the ribs.
Excellent. Well, thank you, big guy. What's your name?
Barbara.
Okay, well, this is Ips. Say hi, Ips. Hi. I guess. Be nice. Oh, I apologize. Well met, traveler.
Hello, Ips. You're looking great today.
Thanks. Feel
Someone
great
woke
today.
up on the right side of bed, huh?
Yep, you bet. And I'm Clemenson. Well met.
I just nod. Did anyone see me do that?
Ips went, "It was so cool. It was so cool. You manhandled the Kraken." And Clemens
Thanks.
goes, "Really? That doesn't make any sense. How? He used a building." Okay, he's delirious. We're gonna have to take him to the sick ward.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he must have hit his head.
After helping with a few other things, Captain Taylor is going to tap Zito and Sika and be like, "If you two would come with me."
Oh, sure.
Roger.
Two of you begin heading towards the keep. Robin.
Yeah.
You scamper over some scaffolding. And you kind of move into this pile of lumber and kind of find a little nook to kind of squeeze yourself down into. Yeah, using your camouflaging cloak. And you hold still. And you're very proud of your spot. When suddenly... And you look, and Darko, your hellhound, has returned. And is just...
Is Locke with Darko? Nope. Poof. Bye, Darko.
You look around, and at one point, a guard kind of goes, "I thought there was a fire. I think we're all right." And he goes and he keeps looking for fire specifically. And so he did, well, unless he rolls really high. What'd you get on that stealth check?
19.
13 plus
It was at 21.
8. 21.
With a 20, he does not see you.
Oh.
He stops at one point and like looks at the bit of seared floor where Darko came in and landed and goes, and just for safeties he like stamps down the area with his boot and looks at the lumber for a second and then moves on his way.
Robin like lets out the lowest like
I panicked a little bit there for a second. I was like, oh, I rolled
fully holding her breath.
I rolled at disadvantage and rolled a 19 and a 20.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, oh no. So with the spot that you're at, eventually the dragon and the Lord of the Bridge step into the area. And he goes, well, I hate to say it, but I did not believe that it was true. I'm a bit confused. I do not have the time to get into the long belabored histories of the Sunken Isles. But long ago, maybe 10 years. Oh no, it's been longer, hasn't it? It's been a hot minute. There was an incident. This was around the time we discovered the island. Someone was born. Well, that's not incredibly unusual. The island itself birthed an individual. How is that possible? I'm told that the investiture of the land was unique. Investiture again. Investiture. Keeps coming back to investiture. Well, you do get to meet my wife. Once Levy is back, she'll be able to tell you everything you need to know about investiture.
You shut the front door.
She is Duskborn. There's a lot that means. But unfortunately, she is away at this time. But I'm sure we can find some answers without expending too many resources. Captain Taylor. The rest of the party enters the room. And it's not really a room as much as a big open box of these walls and rubble and everything else that scaffolding and things being rebuilt. Open ceiling. There's no roof on it. Captain Taylor, report. Well, sir. This is Zito, one of the Mage Breakers. I believe you'll recall that in trade for helping with the investigation of the missing people, you promised an expedient deliverance to the city of Pardon. Not only did these two and a tiefling that I can't find, not only did these two.
Can I make a perception check at the sound of tiefling?
Sure. Not only did these two solve and figure out exactly what's going on, indeed, we could have had more of a heads up and preparation if we had heeded Zito and Sika. But they also were paramount in both blinding and brutalizing the Kraken. Dismissed, Captain Taylor. The two of you. What'd you get, Zito?
23.
23.
I must have had an audio glitch because I didn't hear anything but rolling.
You're good. It was just Zito wanting to make a perception check.
Oh, okay. This is about that. Okay.
No, you're totally fine. Zito, you kind of look about and then do a double take as a red eye and a green eye, which is kind of peering out at you. A little bit of that white gold hair, kind of escaping from underneath the cloak.
Hi.
Robin.
The dragon.
I am so glad you were able to get here before us. I did not see Captain Taylor grab you when he pulled Stika and I in here to give you your praise as well.
Roll deception at disadvantage.
Robin pops up and she's like, "Oh yeah, no, I was just here waiting for you guys.
I'll call that the
help
help
at all."
action, and I will say a normal deceptive check.
I have a -1 to deception. That is a 16 on the die.
Okay.
I'm
I'm terrified anytime you make me do a charisma check, by the way. I just need you to know
You
that.
should be.
It's me with strength.
We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. We've got
Mine is just strength.
we have
My
we have
weakness is
strength for
strength.
the barbarian, we have dex for the rogue, we have charisma for the bard, and we've got intelligence for our goblin friend, our alchemist, who will be with us. Okay. I see. Well, he kind of rearranges his thoughts. Thank you, all of you. I cannot stress enough that this was very important. And we will actually have a festival next year. And herald the name of the heroes that were involved in saving my people.
A hero.
But words are not always enough. I would reward you, aside from, of course, access to the rail car that we've been working on, and we'll have a healer on hand for that. But is there anything I can help you with? Which is a heavy thing to give. The help of a lord, much less the lord of House Thorn, can go a long way. You think you might be able to ask for a favor, maybe a magic item, maybe some funds, maybe not all of those things, but I will.
Thank you, sir. Your words are too kind. Honestly, you don't even need to include our names in whatever celebration you are planning on having. We do not do this for the glory. We do this because it is right. You have issued me a mission to find out why people are missing on the bridge, and I do believe that the Kraken is potentially the suspect there. Sir, all that I ask now is that I get safe and quick passage to the city of Parta. No more.
Commendable soldier. However, I do insist. And he's going
Yeah,
to
he insists.
Yeah, you have to, if he insists, you have to let him do it.
The dragon kind of is growing disinterested because this is two-legged human mind games at play that's kind of beneath them, and the dragon goes I will fly, and Lord Braylor goes whoa, whoa, whoa! Boom,
you got pretty wings.
The wings hit the ground, and then you hear, "You're so right." Flies up into the sky. You do not have to get back to me immediately, unless you need to leave this very moment. Please, stay, rest. Tell me what it is I can do for you. And then you can be on your way.
Do we have to answer what you can do for us right now, or?
No, dear.
Okay.
For now, get some rest. And thank you again.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to salute and exit.
Robin does the exact same thing, but with the wrong hand.
Hits your horn.
Ow! Good night. Sweet dreams.
Good evening.
Sacred curtsies.
Nice.
But like sarcastically, but like because of
but
that.
like with sass.
Yeah. Like if anyone in chat
sass.
knows, it's the energy of Missy from Doctor Who. That's all you need.
Excellent. He's going to. Excellent. And he's going to turn and walk back into his abode.
As soon as we get out of that building, I'm going to turn to Robin and go, "What were you doing in
What
there?"
were you doing? Why did you blow my cover? Why would you do that in front of a dragon? Do you want me to die?
Dragons do not scare me. What scares me is what happens when you break the rules.
They scare me when I break the rules and you point out that I've broken the rules.
It sounds like
What if there
somebody
was rules to be
shouldn't
scared of
have
dragons?
broken the rules.
It sounds like somebody shouldn't have pointed it out to a big old dragon.
And
Darko
this
pees on
sounds
you.
like a bunch of children. Let's keep going.
But also, as we're walking, but also I heard a conversation.
I don't
that
want to hear
was-
it.
I do. What is it?
Okay. And she goes, Stelsica. And I was
You're
like, the
both
dragon.
If I have to
Um,
listen to the dribble of you two, I get to choose. I get to listen to.
So, Braylord didn't seem to believe that he was going to get a dragon, and the dragon was like, I don't have time to talk about all of that sort of stuff. And then there was something about a suntan isle. And then long ago, there was a thing where the island, like, gave birth to something. And, well, it was said someone was born, and the Braylor was like, that's not unusual. And the dragon was like, nuh-uh, I mean the island birthed a thing. And then they were talking about this thing called investiture, and then Braylor said that his wife, Levy, knows more about investiture, and that she's dawn-born? No, dusk-born. And that she's away right now, but that she would know more answers about that. So, but that's what I overheard, and then you all came in. I don't know what all that means, but I'm curious.
Like, he looks over, it's like, did you catch all that?
It doesn't mean anything, and we should forget about it because that was a private conversation not meant for our ears.
But it's not
But it
breaking the rules.
I don't think you understand the concept of private conversations.
Private conversations are inclusive when everyone's present and someone's present.
Listen, it was obviously an important
He was present.
conversation.
Shane, your face, you went.
And if we're helping Braylor and we want to help Braylor, it's important that we know what's going on. You can always
Our
do the
help
best
to Lord
jobs.
Braylor has ended.
Actually, would you say that you would no longer want to help your lord anymore just because you finished this one thing?
If my lord were to ask me for more help, I would.
Oh,
be
so
inclined to
you're not
help him.
proactive in helping your Got it, okay.
Oh.
I do what I have been contracted to do.
What does proactive mean?
Yes. So doing it all the time when you feel it's right.
It means taking initiative, says Captain Taylor, as you guys have walked out into the area where he's now lit up his cigar. Something you are all quite good at.
Hello.
I don't know who writ your contract, but they suck if it means you can't help your people who are your like pirates.
They don't suck if it's my brother.
This thing has
I have no words.
This thing has got
I do not know
Kraken
your
on it.
brother.
And you watch as he takes the cigar and taps it out in his hand. Absent-mindedly.
Captain Taylor.
Hmm.
What above the table? What species is he?
He is a human.
Captain Taylor, may I
Soldier.
ask? It does not seem you are affected much by heat.
I'm supposed to be a bit more circumspect about this fact, but among the nobility, and he gives a far-off look, and in some circles amongst the criminal underbelly, there have been interesting artifacts appearing. And he's going to look around and kind of walk to the side, kind of drawing the party into a little more of a secluded area by the kind of guardhouse. And he looks in and goes, "Get." And they all vacate the room. You guys now have this kind of small stone room made of that arcane stone with a couple of tables, a couple of weapons on a couple of racks, and a nice window overlooking the ocean and the moon, the 12-sided moon kind of reflecting off of the water. And he's gonna pull out another cigar and light it. And he goes,
I'm gonna lean down to Robin and just go, behave.
It's a private conversation.
Robin just saw a human put a cigar out on their hand, not be affected by the flame, which is something she produces a lot of, and then demand a room of soldiers to leave. Robin is crushing.
"Oh,
Hard.
Okay."
Robin goes to sit right next to Captain Taylor and says,
Okay. He doesn't seem to note that in any particular, not immediately, as he's wrapped up in his narrative. Strange crystals have been. The word that's being used is manifesting in strange places. And it's causing a bit of an upset. There's more going on in this world than you realize, which obviously. But he seems to kind of say that with a profound I see the large scale picture, the big picture of things, and he goes, these crystals have a unique property. When I'm sorry. I can't look at you. When these crystals have a unique property where you can store yourself, part of yourself, an arcane, maybe spiritual part of yourself into these crystals. You can accrue quite a vast wealth of yourself into this crystal. Anyone can pour into this crystal, into a crystal, but if you yourself have been the partitioner of half or more of what has been stored up in the crystal. And at this point, he does raise an eyebrow at Robin for a second, and then keeping kind of an eye on you, he's going to let loose a garment, this bracer that he's got. As he pulls it out, you see he's got a ring with a kind of string attached to it, and he's going to flick his wrist in a specific way, pulling on the string so that a panel of leather is slid out, and kind of it moves up into his palm, and he starts undoing the bracer. After a bit of time, admittedly, he shows this crystal. It is a soft pinkish hue, and it gives off a faint high-pitched frequency. If you have 50% or more of what is stored in this crystal and you touch it physically, a vast amount of healing is restored to you instantaneously. And if you have grown up in the gentry, you likely, if you grew up in the past 30 years or so, you likely have been accustomed to the effects that this crystal can have upon you. For example, you watch as he places his finger on the crystal and then takes the cigar he's lit and singes himself. He brings the cinder of the cigar away, and you watch as there already has healed completely from the wound that it would have given him. I barely remember the sensation of pain anymore. It's still there, but it is somewhat diminished. Thankfully, not just anyone can pull from a crystal. And if there is already energy stored within the crystal, then you might have to spend a large amount of time, a significant amount of time, pouring yourself into this crystal to become the person who has the most energy stored within it. And he goes, I'm doing a bad job of explaining this, but
No, you're doing great.
Thank you. Many people amongst the gentry, amongst the aristocracy, have this crystal, have a crystal like this. It is very difficult to kill someone who has one of these crystals. It is, in fact, a battle to retrieve the other person's crystal so that you can kill them when it comes to it. It is difficult. There's more to it, but yes, Robin.
Did you battle somebody for the crystal that you have, or were you given that crystal?
I was given this crystal.
Oh, okay.
We are all very cautious with letting information about these crystals get out. By necessity. If we were able to provide a crystal to everybody, we would, but of course we cannot. And harvesting these things, I'm led to understand, is both extremely dangerous and secretive.
So, may I ask, why exactly are you telling the three of us about this?
Well, for starters, you asked. And I do feel a certain need to do what I can for the three of you as a thank you for helping me save my people. But also you should know, if you're going to the island city of Pardon, a few things about the political field. As you all likely know, a couple of years ago, the Stormfather disappeared. The Tempestas, the god of I don't know what he's the god of. I keep hearing different things. I'm not religious.
I have no idea who that is.
Not that I have anything wrong with religion or anything like that. They do good work throughout the cities. You know, they run the hospitals and the schools and the infirmaries and the prisons and everything.
Zito takes like a mental note that religion is like a really big deal over in this plane or this plane of existence. He's like, okay, I should probably.
Yeah. But when the Stormfather left, for lack of a better term, it was at the event of the death of the High Monarch of that church. And the new High Monarch, who was a monarch, now High Monarch, declared that the reason for the Stormfather's disappearance, Tempestus's leaving, was due to these crystals. His displeasure with something about getting in the way of God's plan. If you can extend your life past what you can, what you naturally should have eventually died, then clearly you are going against the will of God. I don't know if I hold track with any of that. I am not high up on the ladder, as it were, amongst the aristocracy. He gestures to his garment of, captain of the guard. But many people take that very seriously, and there has been a divide amongst the nobility over these crystals, and that's festering, bubbling. It's not dying down. And it concerns me. On the island city of Pardon, you should know that there is a dissonance. The city itself, the island city of Pardon, is very wealthy and corrupt. My cousin, Lady Elsro Thorn, runs the city. She is so old. Oh my god, she's ancient.
What was her name?
Elsro. Elsro Thorn. And she is known to take bribes and encourage the gambling and the criminal element within the city of Pardon. It is troubling, but she is well connected amongst our family. And the Thorns are not to be dallied with. And so everyone's kind of been leaving it up to the House Thorn to take care of things, but we're not sure why they haven't. Yes, Robin?
Wait, so are you Captain Taylor Thorn, or is she just your cousin and you're in like an offshoot of the Thorns?
I married into the family. My surname is Robar. Captain Taylor Robar. And as such, I did not have much political sway. I actually grew up amongst the blue collar and caught the eye of a lovely woman. And she is not with us anymore.
Oh,
But-
I'm sorry.
Thank you. The city of Pardon is only half of the import to this island. There's a volcano on the island, and within the volcano, the Stormfather has a small prison where they keep admittedly wildly dangerous things locked away. And Thranduin, that was his kingdom. That was his place. But during the events of the trees, he left. He went north and has a city that he has formed there. And I wouldn't say he's gone rogue. He doesn't really answer to anyone aside from the High Monarch. But the Inquisition of the Stormfather's base is to be found on the island city of Pardon, and they are very strict and they're very severe, and they're very serious about what they do. And because of that, they don't bother with the city. They don't bother with anything that goes on in the city. They just stay in their volcano and they keep track of things. When Thranduin reigned in the volcano, the city was kept under close watch. But in his absence, that past 3 years, corruption has been allowed to spread. And all that you should know going in. The island itself is a jungle, and it is torn. It is where the dragons from the Sunton Isle, when they were released upon this place, the first place they made it to was the island of Pardon. And that is where they got absolutely shit-stomped by the nobility and the mage breakers, the various wizards of the Arcanum. And that's why we have dragon steeds now. It was brutal, the fights, the wars, the battles, and so you will find many strange things in those jungles that have been changed, mutated by errant magic. It is a dangerous place we are headed. And Lady Elsro likes it that way, has not made any effort to tame this island, merely keep the city safe. I hope that helps.
Thank you, sir. Any bit of information helps in all situations.
Make sure you ask Lord Braylor for a note of introduction that you might get right to Lady Elsro, so you can handle your Magebreaker business.
Thank you, sir. I absolutely will.
My name doesn't hold any sway in those circles, so you're going to want to ask for Lord Braylor's help. Are you tired?
Mm-hmm.
Well, sir, and I just kind of look down, and I'm still shirtless. All the blood is dried and stuff, but I still have all like the thorns stuck in me, and just shirtless, torn pajama pants. Just,
Pajama fatigues.
I'm actually kind of cold, sir.
I'm just gonna go into his bag and just go up, start placing a few of the extra pieces of fabric that he has from his satch inside, just over Barbara.
Darko!
To see him a few more.
Darko
Maybe
appears.
cold wasn't exactly the right word. I quite like the cold. I might
Your
mean
friends.
exposed.
Your friends.
He wraps one around your chest and covers your nipples.
You have good
There you
friends. They seem to be interested in taking care of you. You should appreciate them more.
They do seem to follow me around quite a bit.
I'm his ward.
She is not.
I needed this good turn of luck, friends. I cannot thank you enough. You are now swaddled, and the nearby campfire that is Darko, the Hellhound, is warming you up a little bit. I must attend to my duties and see if there's anyone else that needs help. Cat gets up, puts the crystal back into the bracer and starts putting the bracer back on.
I'd heal him, but I'm sure he's fine.
He looks fine. He looks perfectly fine.
I am gonna.
Is it an object to be stolen?
I am gonna pull out of my bag and just open my hand, and 10 berries appear in my hands. They do restore 1 hit point, but it's mostly they provide enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. So I hand them to Lord Taylor or Captain Taylor, and I go, "Here you go for you and your men. They do like barely anything for like healing, but they will keep you strong throughout the night, and anyone that you need for what you gotta do."
Thanks, kid. And he's gonna take the berries and kind of ruffle your hair a bit.
I'm not. I'm gonna go to bed.
All right. Well done again. And he's going to step out, and some of the guards begin filing back into the room.
I think it's time that I also finally get to lie down for the evening.
Robin is just gonna like glomp onto Darko, and like it burns her a little bit, but she knows she's gonna be okay after a long night's sleep.
I got health to spare.
So you see the edges of her hair, like what little bit has kind of grown starts to like singe back up. So you get the impression that she pushes herself to the point of exhaustion pretty often. Otherwise, she would probably have long hair. She's
Singed
literally
haircut.
burnt out. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys get free stay. And as you guys are walking back to the tavern, there's a few people who just clap you on the shoulder and congratulate you all and thank you all for helping and stuff like that.
Oh, please do not touch me. I still have the barbs.
Anyone that tries to get close to Robin, she's really tired, and Darko just kind of lets out like that, like no, not necessarily mean, but like what Entei does.
Oh,
like his little like I'm happy, but it's very confusing that he's happy. So people are just gonna like keep that little bit of distance.
Entei, I was just dog sitting. Entei growls when happy.
Hey, where are you?
It's confusing.
Oh, you're right here. He's right here. Come here, bud.
Robin's
Wake
literally
up.
playing with fire.
Wake up.
Isn't the hotel full of Kraken? It is, in fact. As the party steps into the lion's chair, there is a makeshift big-ass grill that has been made, and a long tentacle is being cooked, on the grill. And people are just eating, just going for it.
I want the barbs.
You want the barbs? Okay, you approach Zeta and make a survival check.
Oh, I was gonna ask him for them.
Oh, cheers.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you in character saying I want the barbs. Got it.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
apologies.
yeah.
Well, I certainly am not going to be keeping them, but before you take them, what is wrong with you?
Many things, but that's as the list that goes on.
I will create a pile when I clean myself off.
For sure. Also, like any of your like gunk and goop.
Give me a
Yeah,
I will bring you the barbs, but beyond that, I am uncomfortable.
I respect your uncomfortableness.
Uncomfortableness.
Good night. And I just go.
I'm gonna, before I head out to my own room, because I do want to get a song, I want to go and just go to where they're grilling the Elijah Calamari.
Mm-hmm.
And just since I had conversations with the keeps before, go to the ones that I recognize and just ask them what they're planning to do with
the meat.
this. Yeah.
One of the halflings goes, well, let me tell you, I'm going to treat it a bit like it's squid or if it's snail, and so I'm going to salt it, and it goes into some detail about the searing and the meat and stuff like that. And goes into some detail about it. What do you think?
I think it's going to be delicious, considering where it came from.
Kindly.
You know, will you be happy to, by chance, part with some? I'm going on a little bit of a trip.
Help yourself.
Oh, amazing! So I'm going to go up and just take what I can and put it inside of my bag of holding.
Okay.
And just set aside.
Let's talk about these barbs for a second, gang. It's not bone. It's not metal.
Chitin.
It's not chitin or cartilage. It is of a material you realize you don't recognize.
These were the things that were like surgically sewn into it, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna get hurt doing this.
That hasn't stopped you before.
It has not.
I can heal you if you get hurt. It's okay.
I'm going to identify them.
Damn it. Okay. Are you familiar with the spell Stone Shape?
Like me?
You, the player.
I'm going to be honest. I've heard of it. I've read it.
It's a pretty high level spell. There's other things that are like Stone Shape, but they don't have as much gumph. You can kind of make engravings, or you can move dirt, stuff like that. But Stone Shape itself is exactly what it sounds like. And you realize that this is a strange stone that has been magically molded into these barbs. Doesn't make a lick of sense why it would be naturally occurring inside of a Kraken, even though a Kraken is a monster by definition. Everything you know of lore and folk songs about Krakens has no mention of stone barbs. And so you come to a similar conclusion that Robin came to, which is modification. And suddenly you're like, maybe they shouldn't be eating this.
Okay. To the barbs or to the whole meat in general?
There's just it's maybe nothing, but if there is modification on this monster, they're being pretty gung-ho about chomping down the meat.
Okay. Now, since I had to touch to identify what am I like poisoned or something of this sort?
You're okay.
Okay. Two things I want to do with this. One, for myself, with these barbs, and I'm collecting them, what could I do with them? Is more or less an ask.
I'm not gonna hand you that. That's for
no. I don't mean hand. Like I'm just
okay.
like I don't fully understand. Like I'm supposed to. So basically, with my identification, I'm supposed to be able to know how to do everything that it says. If it's a magic item, what magic it's imbued with, its properties, how to use them. That's just I'm trying to understand how could I. That's what
so it is now mundane stone, but when it was being commanded by the Kraken, when it was being used by the Kraken, it was it introduced a magical paralysis.
So life energy is what caused it to become active.
Roughly, yes.
I'm just trying to piece what you said
together. It would have been more complex than that.
Yeah.
But
yes, totally get that.
But yes,
okay.
it was imparted, sewn into the Kraken, and the Kraken could wield it.
Okay. Cool.
Which gives you more hints. So good question.
Thank you. So now you did say that I got from this that they shouldn't be eating this.
Maybe. It was more of a narrative. Might not be the wisest move.
I'm going to, with this information, I'm going to be holding some of this meat. And with this information, Sika's going to turn to the halfling and just be like, I love how you're planning to season this.
Oh, thank you.
Those things sound like they'd be great. But let me just be a friend for a moment.
Okay.
I have seen many things through lots of journeys. And this reminds me of something that you do not want to possibly ingest without repercussions.
Make a persuasion check. Zito, you get up to your room and you... And Robin, if you are also heading that way.
Cleaning myself gross.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. What kind of things?
Well, from my understanding, at least this looks very similar to... Someone's tampered with this. It's not normal. It may have changed than, having regular fried Kraken or calamari. Jesus. Fishy. Good. But I have a better idea if you're looking to make some coin from this, at least.
Oh, I'm always looking to make a pretty penny.
Why not take this back to your storage room and bring it forth to the people here in the fort and have them study it? If they look at it and if they see that there's more to it than what meets the eye or mouth in this situation, then you're at least taking care of it, and you may be paid for doing that. I don't know. I know I always look for the next bit of gold that I can grab. And in this situation, you guys have been so kind that I wouldn't want to see you being harmed.
You're so kind. Hey, the kitchen's closed. Jimmy, get all of the tentacles you can get and put them on the ice. Dearie, you are an absolute treasure. Let me give you this. And she's going to hand you a potion of greater healing.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you, dearie.
Let me know if you... he leans in to them. It's like, if you guys hear anything about this, and if I hear anything, I would love to know what you find out or what the others find out about this, because this is something very...
If you're still around, yeah, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well,
thank you, dearie.
Don't poison yourself now.
If you don't mind me asking real quick while I've got you here.
Mm-hmm.
What are you? I thought off the cuff you might have been a drow like Thranduin, but I don't think you are.
He's really off guard by this, so it's he wasn't expecting anyone to just ask him straightly what he is. It's just
if it's okay to ask.
It's fine. He starts stumbling over himself because it's just total not conscious.
Heats up some tea.
Just like, I am not a drow, I can assure you that. But at least, he holds his ears. Some think of me elf-like because of these, but my family alone I haven't had a chance to really ask them.
That like purplish, pale, pinkish hue and the white hair, that's usually indicative of a drow, but I've seen Thranduin, and it's not quite the same. There's something different about you.
Maybe it's just my personality that makes the hair shine. Who knows?
Your bardic charm.
Exactly. There has to be some form of flair when it comes to walking around.
She's gonna roll an insight check. Oh, that's a natural 20. If you would like to hide the nature of your species, roll a deception. And you got to beat a natural 20.
So that means I have to hit a natural 20?
Yes. Or higher.
$21.
Well done indeed.
Thank you.
You deter her, and after a little more small talk, things kind of peter out as she begins organizing the recovery of the tentacles, and soon you find yourself alone.
All right. I'm gonna do one last I want to do a perimeter check to see if my coin purse may have fallen down here somewhere.
You don't see it.
I have to find a new one. Okay, that won't be hard.
Robin?
How hard do you look around the area, around the downstairs area?
I was intently looking to see if I could see anything, so I don't have to roll for that. So,
well, so Robin, she's not very comfortable sleeping in a room. She very often actually finds like the little corner part of the bar area, like a corner cubby, and on the floor where people don't normally look, she wraps herself up in her cloak and falls asleep in a corner under a table because she knows people can trace names to rooms.
As you are sifting about Sika, you look into you take a double take at the shadows underneath the corner booth, the kind of smaller one that people don't usually pick.
Darko only lasts an hour, so while she falls asleep with Darko normally poofs.
And just a little bit of a boot is like sticking out from the camouflaged cloak that is going on here. Sika, you have stumbled across Robin taking a snooze.
It would be a 17 for anyone else to find me.
Okay.
For my stealth.
He leans down, not to wake Robin at all, but he just does a double check for the surroundings. And is one of the you said the halflings are gone by now?
Yeah, the gnome is holding down the fort.
Sorry, the gnomes. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna go over and just be like, "Hi, sorry to bother you one more time.
Hey, what's going on?
My friend fell asleep at the booth. Do you mind if she stays there for the night?"
Where?
If you see anyone sleeping under a table that happens to be a tall adult, would you?
That was kind of oddly specific.
It's the way they like being called, disrespecting how they enjoy it.
Hey, come here.
I lean over.
You have to like lean down.
Yeah.
A little closer. A little closer.
Oh no.
Just a touch closer. Just
a
little. He gets on his tippy toes, kisses you on your forehead, and he goes, "Thank you so much for helping protecting my family."
Oh, of course. He like it blushes a little.
Have a drink.
Oh, absolutely. He'll always drink whenever there's a chance to drink.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there anything else anyone would like to get to before we get our long rest in?
No, I just wanted to make sure that Robin was safe.
Would I be able to tell just by eye or whatever that the barbs are just stone? Like, I wouldn't be able to tell that they were magic or anything, but like, would I be able to look at them and be like, these are just rocks?
Make a nature check.
Am I good at that? I'm not that great at that. No, it's a 17 on the.
Yeah, these are cold to the touch like stone. They don't have the same feel as bone, and they certainly aren't metal. They're not wood. They're not.
This is
crustaceous.
What I've written in my journal.
Okay.
These barbs are not something I recognize. Neither flesh nor bone, cartilage, or calcium. These barbs appear to be stone. Stone with a paralytic property? Something seems off about this. And I wish the person who deals with this problem well, as it is no longer my responsibility.
Okay.
So I'll go to my room.
Okay.
And Sika is going to take out his bird flute. And so he is going to start just like playing with a few of it, tapping on it to push some of the and pushing some of the air through that he does instead of using his own like embouchure at that point, just to because it is designed on the inside to have keys that will wobble with the wind to play his alien tones. But just so people know, a bird flute is multiple tubes together in that sense that go with it. But it is something that is a pale blue that has what looks like to be claw marks going up each one, intentionally made. But when they're cut into the wood it turns the claw marks into what looks like onyx, like black cuts inside of it.
Cool.
And there is currently 13 on there. And so but while he's playing this, he is activating Song of Rest. And so Song of Rest to all friendly people who can hear it, outside guards, anything of that sort, while they're there. If they are forms of taking a short rest, they will get temporary HP healed.
Roll a performance check for me real quick as the soft, lilting bird-like fluting kind of fills this portion of the bridge a little bit. Not obtrusively so, just kind of filling the area with this kind of ambiance. Welcome in, Blue Cottage. Good to see you. Thank you. Thanks for the read.
27.
27. Okay.
Mhm.
If you had rolled under 10, I was gonna have someone be like, boom, 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 "Shut the fuck up!" Okay. Everyone gets a long rest.
Yay.
All your spell slots are back. All your HP is back. If you had any lasting exhaustion, then that gets ticked away. But you guys have earned your sleep. My goodness.
All my silvery barbs are back.
My maximum HP is back, and half of my hit dice are back.
Robin is a painfully early riser. She is definitely one of those that, like, when she hit the floor, there was no evening eavesdropping that happened. It's more so like the immediately moments that, like, the first chef or the first staff comes into the inn. Robin is just laying on the floor and is like, okay, I'm awake, but I'm listening. She doesn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
She stays just underneath. She waits until she smells coffee. It's the only thing that will get her off of the floor.
First, there's bread. Bread takes a little while, and the bakers get in at like 4 a.m. But around 5 a.m., you start smelling some coffee. Can someone meme that facial expression for me? Pretty please. Pretty please. The coffee smell. You crawl out from under the
just mug onto the table. Body just
okay. You put the mug out, and are you still hiding like under the table, or is your arm out too and all that?
She's drumpy, like droopy and tired, but she's on like whatever the main bar is. She's come out from under the table. She wants it to look like she did not sleep under her table. So it looks like she came down from her rooms early in the morning. Imagine, a junior or senior in high school that had to wake up to go to class, and she's like, I'm here because I have to be.
The gnome who's been kind of taking care of the night shift and very much ready to get off and go to bed, kind of turns and goes, "Okay, hi. Didn't see you come down.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. What can I get you?
Coffee, please."
Yeah, okay, I got you. You need some bread? You need some breakfast? We got beans, eggs, some bacon.
No, not really a breakfast person. Just coffee, please.
I respect that. Less work for me. And he's gonna pour you a piping hot black mug of coffee.
Yes.
Zito. You wake up. You feel good. You feel fantastic. Like you just killed a Kraken and then went to bed and got good sleep.
I guess today is the day I finally make it to Pard. And instead of putting on the fatigues that I picked up, thinking fully well that I'm going to be making it to the city of Pard, and I put back on my dress blues.
Okay. Which, Sika, did you clean his dress blues?
I did, yes. And I don't know if I've given them back to him yet. So if anything, they would just be outside his door.
Oh, let's do this. Zito, you don't see your dress blues anywhere. And it's not until you eventually hunt down Sika, who is in the process of mending your clothes and fixing them up for you in his room with the door open, that you find your dress blues.
Yeah, I busted in just underwear. I panicked. My dress blues are gone. Just kick the door in.
Are you telling me you're going to Sika as a tall, muscular man only in his underwear?
I'm going to my dress blues. Yeah, there's a moment of you're walking past and you back up and you clock the dress.
Oh, there's no walking. I'm running. It's panic.
Okay.
Okay, so you see me. I guess I'll have my back turned at that point while I'm taking care of them. But what you would see when you come in is me actually delicately taking care of each one and trying his best to fold what he can to what would be right, because he respects clothes and the necessities of them in very high ways. So that's what you would see when you came in.
Are you quite done with my blues?
He second like takes a second like, oh. Oh,
Completely oblivious.
it's gonna be another minute, and he's doing this. He's like, okay, yes, and so he takes a sec, and then like he like the thought of you does melt away from him, because he gets really into this routine of taking care of them, and you hopefully would see the delicacy he's taking to them, and then he folds it up, like presses down, has a smile, and he turns and he looks you in the eye, nothing else, and just hands them over to you.
They are in better condition than when you got them.
Thank you. And I start to walk away. I take a couple steps and I turn around and I'm holding the pants up and I go, for future reference, they are meant to be folded like this. And it's kind of like a weird but specific thing. You're supposed to have like the crease down like the front middle of like the pant legs for something like that.
Yep.
And for future reference, they are meant to be folded like this, so the creases.
Oh, okay. He like gestures with his hands as you're like showing him so he can try and his best to remember for going forward. I hope that they are clean enough for you going forward. They seem to be very special, and they definitely have some wonderful engravings, and the fabric is phenomenal.
Thank you. I will meet you down in the lobby.
Okay. And he like watches you leave.
Oblivious.
A little bit of time
Hate
passes.
to see you go, but like to watch you leave.
A little bit of time passes and the party finds themselves gathered together downstairs eating breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Hot bread, baked beans, bacon, and eggs.
Good morning.
Really
Good
perky.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What are we doing?
Food.
Excellent. Ladles out some beans and starts handing out the food and stuff like that for the heroes of the bridge.
For
Do
the
you guys-
heroes at the
Yay.
bridge.
Do you guys have like a
We are-
team name?
No, we are not heroes.
Oh,
we
come
are
on.
simply...
Every band of heroes needs a team name.
Well, we are not a band of
We should
heroes
definitely
nor a
bounce
team.
this name off of Qrown before we solidify it.
Yeah.
We are the bottom of the barrel.
No, we are.
Kraken killer.
No, we
Low
are not.
expectations.
We do not have. We're not a team. Can't have a team name for a team that's not a team. So, what are you gonna do about that?
Civil
We
disobedience.
are
Definitely not.
Zito, people are going to be singing about this. If you don't have a name, it's not going to stick to you. You should be able to
My
reap
name
the
is-
glory.
It's okay. He used rubber. I'm glue. Let's let it stick to me.
My name is Zito.
And we're really
I
glad
do
that you
have a
know
name.
that. Have some more beans.
Thank you.
Big man need more food.
Big man need bean.
Okay. Well, we still have a gift from. Oh, thank you so much, Mermaid, and a couple of other things to take care of on this bridge before we officially head out. So I think we'll call it there for now. Is there anything else you guys want to do as an end note? Okay.
Just the final question from Zito while he's shoveling beans down his mouth of just, who is Storm and where is his father gone?
That's not correct.
I don't follow.
Oh.
All right.
More
I think-
topic, please.
It's your fourth cup. Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my god. We need to brew some more coffee. Jesus. All right. I think that's going to be it for tonight, gang. Do stick around, everybody, and thank you for everybody who stuck around with the raise, and of course the usual crime lords that come in. Make sure they're here every single time. You guys are amazing. You're the true pine cones, true fans of Long Shot, and I love you all so much. I really do. I really, really, really do, and it moves me every time I see you guys piling in at the beginning of an episode, getting all hyped. I see it. It affects me. Thank you so much. Couple of announcements to get out of the way real quick, but before we do that, let's meet the squad. I'm Mr. Feffers, the humble dungeon master of the Long Shot Table. We have 3 weekly streamed campaigns, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Over to Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I'm the game master and writer for Heinefall. Check us out on heinefall.com. You can find us on our Facebook, or you can join our wonderful Discord, which you can find on heinefall.com. It's an amazing group. If you want to try one of these adventures, like what you see us playing through here in a world of my creation, come join Heinefall, make a character, and come explore our wonderful, incredibly huge world that is very quickly being created. Now is the time to join. This will be our 3rd grand gathering, so you're getting in on the bottom floor of a LARP that's going to be going for years and years. It's rare to get this opportunity, so check it out. I play Robin Ashfall. Robin Ashfall feels like she is getting closer and closer to her goal, overhearing some bits of information for Lord Braylor and a dragon, and hearing about this thing called investiture and what hopefully will maybe bring her closer in terms of her brother, especially because Lord Braylor has offered a favor, and she has definitely slept on what possibly to use that for. So she feels a step closer with these wonderful people that are helping her, or she is helping them, and it's just happening to go her way. So she's going to continue this mentality of do good and good comes to you. And I will pass it up to Ben, who's giving the thumbs up.
Hi, I'm Ben Brainard. I'm playing Zito Barbera, the lawful good barbarian. I'm so glad that my teachings have rubbed off on my pseudo daughter. Do good. do good and good thing come to you.
He admits it, pseudo daughter. He admits it.
Pseudo-daughter!
Win!
You guys are not putting enough emphasis on the word pseudo. I lost my temper there for a little bit.
How did it feel to try out the subclass? This is the first time you've personally gone into combat with it.
I should not have gone into 5th Rage. I'll tell you that.
Really? Okay.
My maximum HP at the start of this was 89, and by the end of it was only 45.
Woo!
And I rolled to see if I could have survived 6th Rage, and I could have, but I would have had 7 maximum hit points.
How many?
7.
7?
Yeah.
How do you live at that though?
You're gonna die. I'm sorry. Brandon.
What was that?
How do you live at the do you become unkillable when you're that high in your rage?
Well, it's more so like you. If you can kill everything else first, then you can't die.
Just gotta be fast.
It's fine. Look, all I'm saying is if that Kraken had psychic damage capabilities, it would not have gone well for me at all. So I don't. It's in a fist fight at 5th Rage, I'll take Zito. But as soon as you throw somebody in there that thinks, whoops.
You randomly find a ring of mind shielding.
The Kraken is dead. My mission has been completed. I don't know who this Father of Storm is. I don't know who Thranduin is either. Nor do I know who Lady Elstro Thorn is. Listen, I need to go to somewhere to ask a guy about a thing, and that's all I wanted. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Shane.
Hi, I'm Shane. You can find me everywhere as Shane Whalley. If you haven't yet, though, please check over onto my YouTube channel, as I will be coming up starting October with a whole bunch of videos due to easy cooking for fall weather. And they're actually recipes that I've used before, recipes from my family that I've collected over the past 70 years. And it's me attempting to do stuff from the recipes, but also there's going to be things where there's just a name of it and I have to try and make it by its name alone.
You got
so
this.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Solid opening quest, gang. Oh, I'm sorry.
So I play Sika, who is the College of the Road Bard, and he had a fantastic time today being able to shoot things with bows, even if his little lunar radiancy was popping out uncontrollably to him. And yes, it was fantastic. And so learning about the barbs though got him really curious about mutations or force mutations. So he will have a conversation with the party next time, as Ben said, on Dragon Ball Z, and he also is now adding this to his own little private mental journal of stuff, because this is intriguing, and he may have to add it to a little bit of a plan he has. Other than that, yes.
Excellent. Heinefall, it's happening. You should be there. If you don't know, you should know. You're missing out. It's an amazing 5-day LARP event north of Austin, coming up November 6th. This will be my 3rd year going. I think Taylor already mentioned it, but seriously, quality. So fun. It's the only LARP I've ever done, but I don't want to do any other LARPs really. I just love Heinefall. It won't be the same. I got to be at the ground floor of it, Anyway.
Yeah.
If you didn't know about Modern Artifice, you are missing out. It is a phenomenal dice artisan. They make bonkers dice. They're currently doing a restock, but there are still some dice available. And if you use the code Longshot, you get 10% cut. and a little bit goes in my pocket as well, which is huge. I will use it to buy gas to go to Heinefall with. Man, I think that's it for now as far as announcements go. We're kind of in that lull between big stuff going on, so we're just kind of hunkering down, and I'm hunkering down especially with my D&D campaigns, which there are 3 weekly streamed D&D campaigns here on the channel, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. This one is it's kind of our flagship campaign, and it's kind of epic fantasy with horror. On Thursdays, we have Windfall, which is a Western with kind of an eldritch horror element and some kind of Sherlock vibes. And then, of course, we have Bayonet, the new campaign that is on Saturdays, which is my own take on the Ravenloft Trapped Within a Demiplane narrative. But in my case, Strahd's not a little bitch. And it's actually scaled to be something that a party of level 20s would have a hard time handling. We've just started it. We'll be jumping into our 2nd episode this Saturday, and I plan on the party to get to level 20 after the first year, and kind of the whole 2nd year of that campaign the party will be level 20 to give you some scope with the absolute craziness that is going on in that campaign. Can't recommend it enough. We also just signed on Valve Max and Draconics, amazing creators. Do check it out. For now though, we're gonna go kick it with Oddity Draws, an amazing friend of ours of the Long Shot table, has been on the show, guested once or twice. Go show them some love. They are phenomenal. You probably already know who they are. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you don't, do give them a follow. And have a phenomenal rest of your evening, friends. I will see you. If I don't stream tomorrow, then I'll at least see you for Windfall on Thursday. Have a good night, gang. Bye-bye. Everyone say bye obnoxiously for me.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.